Okay.
I think we all got our Wednesday in at once. This
Yeah.
time.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
The first of many.
We're getting better.
Yep. Okay.
Don't worry, guys. We're almost 10 years into this D&D thing, and we're maybe 10% of the way to being professional YouTubers about it.
Yeah, it's a passing fad.
Yeah, just like
We'll
the
grow
internet.
out
Oh God, TV was a passing fad. Oh, that's painful.
I mean,
also-
technically, if you take a macro view, everything's a passing fad.
Yeah, I guess
Before we
that's true.
started, you know what hurt me yesterday? Someone said that as of this month, we are closer to 2050 than we are to the year 2000.
Oh, what was really sad was when somebody started talking about being born in the late 1900s, and I was
Yeah,
just
that was
listening, and then it dawned on me,
That was
oh, they're
disgusting to me,
talking about
you
me.
Anyway, we'll let Kenneth do his thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Thus begins our new campaign. Uh,
Excelsior!
This chapter of Tales of Glorian opens in Riddleport, a town of researchers and reprobates. This port town exists in a small natural inlet, but its most striking feature is that its southern entrance is a large archway known as should have wrote it down.
Cipher Gate or something like that?
Cipher Gate, yes. I even have it in the handout somewhere.
Yeah, it happens to all of us. I remember I couldn't remember.
But it will loom ominously in the background, along with the blot. A strange cloud-like darkness that hovers in the sky over this strange city. We open at the Golden Goblin, a gambling hall in decline that is hosting a tournament by the name of Cheat the Devil and Take His Gold. At that tournament, we find crowds of people standing outside, waiting for the sun to go down and the tournament to start. 5 in particular stand out, and we'll zoom through each of you and what brings you to either Riddleport or the tournament.
Not it.
I mean, I can go first.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's a young man, probably not more than 20 at most. Blonde hair, blue eyes, a kind of manic smile on his face as he wanders through the town, being escorted from a character that we'll probably hear about later on. Everything he wears looks secondhand. He carries with him a book that looks like has a bunch of different pages that have been added to it over time. A holy symbol that probably most people in the town don't recognize emblazoned on his clothing. He stops every now and then to recite some verse from different that each one more ominous than the others, but otherwise he does this like he'll stop a child as they walk through and say something along the lines of, let me see, I think a good one. He says something like, "He waits not to punish nor to save, only to end. That is his mercy." And then proceed to hand that child a piece of candy and then walk away. But he doesn't seem to be all there in terms of either focus or in mental faculties. His eyes just constantly wander towards the blah or to ne'er-do-well looking dens or other people that might be nefarious of some sort or another, all seeking to like recognize something in them, but not quite what he's looking for before moving on.
So from the Crazy Street preacher, we pan over to...
I'll go. So walking with him, probably not even half his height, about 3'6", is a small humanoid rat folk wearing a duster, cowboy hat, pistol on his side, and just really entertains doing. Intrigued at everything he says and tries to get him to expand on it more. And very observant, looking around. He's named Twitch, and high overhead is his new friend Snuggles, who is a dire bat, just kind of circling over, trying to stay out of sight so people don't freak out. You've got worn boots on that obviously have seen some salt spray, having grown up in Riddleport and spent a lot of time on different ships where he actually knew, is it Raj or Raju? Well, someone that will
Raj.
meet here, someone we will meet here in a moment.
And I think that's a solid segue to me. As you kind of say that, you kind of look over towards one of the carved posts near the Gold Goblin's entrance. Half in shadow, half in moonlight. Perhaps the first thing you notice is his eyes, deep brown but with flecks of gold or amber. Just watching people navigate the streets like a hunting cat watching a flock of pigeons. His coat is long, navy blue leather with brass buckles and a deep collar that just enough to frame his angular features. Nice, low cut or closely shorn beard, accentuating his jaw. Dark braids hanging over one shoulder, decorated with charms of coin and carved bone. On his hip rides a broad-bladed falcata that rests easy on his scabbard, hilt worn but polished with care. And as he kind of looks around, he spots the two of you and approaches. Every movement is slow, deliberate, as though like a hunting cat. When he smiles this with two many teeth as he nears and greets a familiar face. The kind of teeth that often get people to lean in, not back away, at least in this form. It's about time you made it. And he would look at the other. You're new. Pleasure's all mine. I'm Captain Raj. And you would be?
I will introduce myself, but I feel like we should introduce the rest of the cast before we get into
just a quick
narrative.
Sort of,
Yeah, he would introduce himself. I don't have quite a voice yet ready, so
that's fine.
Again,
I'm letting us start to get together so others could either join or react to us, and that's where I could leave out.
I'll go next then. Sorry, I feel like you just told me what was the name of the establishment?
The Gold Goblin.
The Gold Goblin. Thank you. So not too far away, in front of the Gold Goblin, is that there is a rather tall half-orc, 6'2", broad, clearly strong. His skin tone is kind of that halfway between a brownish and a green, with longer black hair that's kind of tousled and messy. He's wearing some clearly secondhand, slightly too big chainmail underneath some less than clean street clothes that he has acquired. He's not wearing any gloves, so you can see around his forearm that there is a series of their still quite fresh brand. Familiar with the wide world of shipping on glaive brands as a former, apparently quite recently escaped slave. He has got what looks like a stitched together. I in my head, I imagine it almost looks like a golf bag, but it's filled with what is statistically clubs, but is a series of broken table legs and large hunks of wood of roughly the same size. with a wooden shield that is a repurposed tabletop strap, and he is currently scratching the top of his head, staring up at the sign of the Golden Goblin, and out loud going, "Gold, gold, the liney one." Very perplexed by the sign as the crowd is moving about.
That just leaves a final cast member.
So, we first hear the chink of his chain armor as he walks down the stones of the street. Zeph emerges from the shadows of a nearby alley, his presence striking against the city as he strikes an unusual appearance. You can tell he is an elf of some sort, but his features are difficult to place. His eyes are a striking shade of orange, and his skin a warm peachy tone with subtle purple undertones. Over his armor, he wears a long dark cloak, and on his back you can see slung is a great axe. Anyone who has been in the city for a couple of weeks would have seen Zeph sort of try to make a name for himself around here, rescuing cats out of trees, doing, busy errands, but displaying a, depending on who you are, an inspirational or insufferable sense of duty and, how do you say?
Civic virtue.
Yeah, civic virtue. That's a good. And he would walk up to. So are our other members just out here outside of the Golden
There's
Goblin?
a fairly large crowd.
Hmm.
At least
Yeah.
a few dozen
Yeah,
people
okay.
milling about.
He'd approach the
His
door and
lady-
he'd approach the door thinking, Saul, the owner. And this is a tavern, right? You stay the night here, or is it a bar?
They do rent out rooms and have
Yeah.
bar food. Yes.
So Zeph might have stayed a couple of nights here during his escapades, trying to make a name for himself. And so he hopes that with this competition, maybe Saul will need a couple extra hands to help everything go off without a hitch.
Mm-hmm. Hey, gotta move us over to. God damn it. Should have logged in my other account. Because now it's not moving the. There, no, that's fine. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've DM'd in the system. Okay. Now I have moved you over to the correct map.
Yes.
So it is still fairly early in the evening. The sun is starting towards the horizon. The tournament is not due to start until twilight fully hits. As I said, you're milling about in the crowds at the base of the stairs. Up the stairs, right before the entrance, you can see the statue that the place is named for, a golden goblin standing atop a pile of loot, its dog slicer buried in the coins at its feet. Around you, like I said, crowds milling about, either taking in the spectacle or preparing to get in line to enter the tournament and the gambling hall proper. Along the street are a wide variety of merchants and minor salespeople hoping to strike a fair profit off the crowds. One particular stands out as being operated by lizardmen seeming to operate a general store out of a cart. Most of the others are food or some sort of knickknacks trying to sell to tourists. But if you have any flashbacks you want to do, any mingling before we go into the tournament proper, any sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
you
walk
guys-
up here behind Varney and say, "Are they letting anybody in yet, friend?"
Just trying to read the thingies up there.
There's a line of people going into the door, yes. So, if you wish, although that would then put your character on the back burner. So,
Yeah, looks like they're forming a line or something. I got the statue of the Golden Goblin. Seems like the right place. Told this is where I could make some money.
Yes, I do believe that is what everyone is here for. It is it's a gambling tournament, yes.
yes.
But only if
All
you're
night
willing to.
gambling tournament.
But only if you're willing to lose as much coin as you gain.
No, that don't sound right.
People wave at Zaphas, and the crowd mails about.
Ooh, popular guy.
Not to just jump in if you have anything else to
You're
say.
You're good.
But like going back to like how Loki, your character, had introduced himself. You see Soren with still that big grin on his face. He kind of bows. He's like, "Hello, my name is Soren. I am a priest of Grotus. Have you heard the word of the last moon?"
I've heard many words. Many moons too, but not sure about the last one.
Oh, we must talk later. There is much to talk about in the silence of the night. To speak of the comings and the goings of those who came before us and those who come after. He holds up his book. He's like, "Shall I teach you the good word of the end?"
You might have to give me a few drinks first to get through that.
Oh, yes. Looks down at Twitch. Drinks are a common way to make acquaintances. Yes, I am not very good at meeting new people yet.
Yes, let me take you in, boy, and we'll have a drink. Captain, you're going to love this one. He will not stop talking.
Always good to have somebody that knows how to run their mouth.
He keeps telling children about the end of times and then giving them candy. It's just, I declare.
Well, I think it's we're well past the pleasantries, and let's shall we start talking coin? Because I think that's why we're all here, is it not? You still still eager to gamble, huh?
Captain, got a heavy coin purse, and I think we can pull one over on them.
Oh, we certainly have our time together in knowing how to play together, right? So.
Yeah, are we going to do the, what's the angle here? The Rochambeau, the scoop and dupe, or the second lefty?
Let's measure the room first. Let's not get hasty and get ahead of ourselves.
Sure. I mean, they might be such lightweights. We can just
So
take
turn
it
in our
straight
coin
up.
purses when we go into this building.
You should probably let me hold on to it for you. There are some folks in there that I bet would try and lighten your purse without you knowing.
Okay, and he just hands you his 30 gold.
Fantastic. We're going to be fantastic friends, Thorin. I knew this was meant to be.
All things are meant to be until they aren't.
Really quick, I'm gonna do a perception to see if I can hear the Zeph
He's
over
being
here.
very
this
loud.
time.
You're going to easily be able to hear this.
Yep.
But everyone in the
Well,
crowd just heard him just give his money away to some random person.
We're also in a crowd, so I just want to see if he'll pick it up.
Also,
And for a
you
small bad guy, Twitch is pretty loud.
you took the voice in a different direction, Richard. But for a second there, I thought you were about to do like a surfer bro thing. The end of the world's hyper tight, bruh.
Well, now I regret not doing that.
Yeah, that would be great for an end times guy.
Let's catch some sick waves as the world burns.
or
I'm really
rather,
tempted to try it. I've never done a surfer bro accent, but I'm from California. It should come naturally to me.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
Zeph will Zeph will look
Storm.
across the fountain at Soren and he'll say, "Wouldn't trust that one with your money. Seen him in these halls every night, taking money from people, fairly or
You're ju-
not."
You're just saying that because I'm a rat folk, aren't you? Racist.
He goes, "What? No, it has nothing to do with
Yeah.
you being a rat folk." Did it?
Mhm.
He looks over to Varney. Did it sound like I said it was because he was a rat folk?
Oh, it wasn't because you're a rat folk, it's because you're ugly.
He just looks down at Twitch. He's like, "What is a rat folk?"
Whereas at anybody else, or even I that had the coin, I'd say you'd just say I was lucky, right? Winning the gambles, winning at gambling. But the rat folk here, not a good look, friend. Not a good look at all.
My friends, my bros. What good is money when the world is due to end any day now?
Sounds like a reason to get a drink to me, shall we?
Sooner
With
for
that-
some than others.
Out of character, I'm more likely to listen to the priest that opens his sermons with "my bros."
That is going to be his new greeting for everybody now.
My bros under God. Let us offer sacraments
Oh.
on those most righteous of occasions.
I've learned that Gombo is very susceptible to youth pastors.
Listen, I grew up on the homeschool circus. Circuit. I have seen my share.
Oh, you got it right the first time. Homeschool circus.
Yeah.
Lean into
The
that
trapeze is
Bill and
killer.
Ted Excellence Adventure.
Yep.
Whoa.
So Varney turns to Zev while he's reaching for a club on his back. So he's like, "So we fucking him up? Is that the play?"
I'm sorry, what?
Please, my body is pure. I do not wish to fuck with anything.
Look, all I'm saying is don't expect to see that gold at the end of the night, friend. And he'll
Oh, that is
back
okay.
off.
I don't need it.
This situation having becoming way too awkward for him.
Thor just looks down. Seriously though, what is a rat folk?
I just shout to Soren across the fountain. "I'm watching you."
They're kind of like a were
It's
rat,
nice to
but
be watched.
they're kind of like a were rat, but they were born that way.
And they're definitely not aliens.
You ever been to
Kinda character.
Corvosa? The place is up to the neck with them.
Okay, sounds like the group is starting to make their way in.
Yeah.
Takes a fair while. The sun sinks ever lower as the line progresses. As you reach the doors, just inside, two sultry beauties, scantily clad, wearing faux bat wings, devil horns, and tails, apparently playing the part of alluring succubi. Both are employees of the Gold Goblin, and they cheerfully register you for the tournament and process your entry fee, which is a single gold piece.
As he approaches the women and they ask him for the entry fee, he goes, "I would never engage in the exploitation of such young beauties as yourself." As he's clearly misunderstood this transaction.
Wow, they got actual demons here. That's impressive.
It's the
Also, for the record,
Are we an eight intelligence party, guys?
I am.
I think we're all fucking 8 intelligence.
I got a 10.
for the record,
Oh, you're the
which one are you
brains of the
smartest for?
group.
so for the record, when Varney signs his name in the ledger, he signs it like this.
Alright,
Nice.
we'll go ahead and show you the entry form. And if you want to do a reading of it.
Oh,
It's quite long. Most of it in the middle is just telling you how to qualify for the finals. But anyway, I do hereby sacrifice my immortal soul and this worldly sum of 10 pieces of silver to the devil to hold in escrow against his own stakes of 10,000 silver coins in the gambling tournament being held at this Gold Goblin gambling hall of Riddleport on this Oath Day, 14th day of Erodus, 4,708 AR. I understand that my soul will be placed on deposit in the hell's deepest pit of Nessus. Furthermore, I understand that all winnings shall be catalogued in a concordance of souls to be replenished by teeth, eyes, and hearts of the damned. By participating in this gambling tournament, beginning in the first pit of Avernus, my winnings shall earn my way deeper through the hells on the following schedule. And basically, every time you pay out the amount listed, you get a badge and get to progress to the next tier. The first person to get the badge of Nessus wins the tournament. I understand that if I should lose my stakes in this tournament, I shall receive the devil's mark, and my soul shall be cast upon the rocks on the shore of the river Styx. I understand that if I elect to cash in my winnings before reaching the pit of Nessus, I shall forfeit my soul and 50% of the cash value of my winnings for said early departure. If I am the first player to reach Nessus, then I am guaranteed the redemption of my soul and the right to cheat the devil and take his gold, in addition to collecting my winnings. In such a circumstance, all other players shall receive the devil's mark and forfeit their souls. This I do swear, witnessed by Old Scratch.
Question. Can I give a knowledge religion to see if this is just like a shtick or if this is an actual magically binding diabolic contract?
I was about to ask the same thing.
Same thing, yep.
Off to a great start.
Thorin, you know that it is not a devil contract, especially the part where it's not going to be signed in blood. Merely red ink.
Zeph is going
Barney,
to.
however, is utterly convinced.
I just think I'm not sure.
Well, Varner, he already signed.
Zeph is going to look at the contract and go, "Oh no, I wanted to see if Saul needed any help keeping the place orderly for the night. Do you know where Saul is?"
We're all staffed up for the night, and as the tournament will be taking most of the night, it is just the simple matter of the entry fee. He will be busy all night, though he will be making a presentation here in a couple hours as the sun sets.
With that, here we go. I guess I can see what I can do with 9 gold pieces.
I would offer you some of mine, but I believe Twitch has all of mine. Twitch, can we spot him a gold to enter the fee?
Absolutely, that's your choice. Yes. Why would you give him any money?
Oh, do we not like him?
No, he does not like me because of the way I look. He knows nothing about me, but he's already judged me.
When you hand over the gold, you're given 10 silver chips that, if I remember right, did I not write that down either? I know it's on this one, I think. No? This tournament. Well. Anyway, there's silver chips. They're presenting, 10 silver pieces. 5 if you cash out early.
I asked the person with the contract because it says 10 gold pieces. I go, hey, how much is that in gold? Like, how many 5s?
2 5s?
Yeah, how many 5s of gold is that?
The 10,000?
No, the you're saying a lot of numbers I don't know. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 1 5, then 2 5s, then 3 5s, and 4 5s, then 5 5s, and then 1 5 5s and 4.
At a mathological rant, she holds up her hand, slightly panicked. It's 1 gold, sir. 1. Oh, right, yeah.
Give her 1 gold coin.
If you want to combat numbers, I could combat numbers.
Before we go on, Zeph, while you're paying your gold to go in, You see Soren come behind you and like tap you on the shoulder. Hello, my friend.
Hey. I didn't think I got your name. Who are you?
My name is Soren Solwyn. I wish to confer. Do you actually hate my friend here just because he is what you call a rat folk?
No! I saw him in here last week, stealing money from idiots like always. If it's okay for me to say that, but I don't know.
You see Soren kind of. I'm not sure what you would react to it, but he would put his hand on your shoulder. He's like, my friend. Chapter 3, verse 2 of the Book of the Last Moon says, the bones of the mighty rot no slower than those of the meek. The end humbles all of us, stripping away vanity and leaving only truth. If you do have any hatred in your heart, don't let it linger, because when the end comes, all will be made humble.
The bouncer's standing
Now
behind.
keep it tight, and I just do
girl.
like the hang 10 hand wave and I walk away.
I put a hand on your shoulder and I say, verse 1 of the Sucker's Bible. God, I had something. First fool is quickly departed from their money.
Well, I very well must be a fool then, because I no longer have any money.
Two bouncers standing behind the girls at the registration desk give the two of you a weird look. But you paid, and you're not causing any real trouble. So
And then we all, I imagine, enter in various stages.
Yeah, Twitch is heading on into the bar.
beyond the
Someone's just going to probably
registration
follow
tables,
Twitch.
the hall is the hall's game floor. Dozens of gamblers and waitresses dressed as succubans, and the bouncers mill around the room, wandering mid tables, offering various games while dealers shuffle cards, roll dice, and spin wheels. Moving through this throng are a dozen more of the barely clad backswing vixens serving drinks and batting coal black eyelashes flirtatiously for tips. In the center of the chamber is a short podium, atop which is a massive gold chest fixed to the floor by similarly gaudy chains. On either of its stands bare-chested bouncers in exotic garb of a foreign sultan's court. Each stands with their muscled arms crossed over the chest, a scimitar of prodigious size tucked into their waistband. High above them, from the hall's cloth-draped ceilings, hangs a brass bird cage within which crouches a small, bat-winged, pointed-tailed, devilish creature that sulks as it gazes over the room and occasionally rattles the bars threateningly.
Zeph would definitely go over here and ask what the story is with the caged devil over here.
One of the bouncers looks at you, looks up. It's old Scratch, the boss's hired imp. I'm not 100 on this story behind that. He's mostly here for extra flavor for the event.
Zeph would look up at the imp and ask, just in common, because it's the only language he knows and he thinks it might know. And he would say, how'd you end up there?
It looks at you over the edge of the floor of the cage and starts shouting something probably insulting and infernal.
Oh, can't understand that.
But yes.
I am going to head for the shitter. As I do, may I do a perception or a sense motive, if you prefer, to see of the people in here? Does it look like there's cliques or groups?
There's a few people in various groups around, yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to get a feel for the lay of the land of the internal structure of Riddleport. But I'm doing that as I'm heading to the bathroom, so.
There's definitely at least 5 or 6 groups that appear to be sticking pretty close together, playing all the same games and such. But yes, you found the shitter successfully.
Meanwhile,
Raj.
go ahead.
As I say, as it says, waitresses are walking around to make sure everyone's socially lubricated. If you need to buy more chips or anything, there's a cashier's stand to the southwest.
Okay.
Uh,
Where's the bar? Is that back here in the back, or
There's
is
a
that the
bar
kitchen?
back up here. It serves a lot of drinks and stuff.
Okay.
The waitresses do
Mhm.
seem to be coming in and out of these two doors with various trays.
Raj will put one arm over Soren's shoulder. We could sit a little. He would put his arm, or I guess probably more,
Mhm.
put his hand on the top of Twitch's back, height difference. Or we could sit a lot. Night's young and rum's apologetic. What say we get our game faces on? And he would start leading the way towards the bar to get a few rounds of drinks.
Just one for me tonight, Captain. I'm here to make money.
Of course.
Where is the bar? Way up here? Yeah.
Yeah, way back there. You're in for a journey. Stick with me. You'll be in good pause.
He has no recollection of why that'd be weird, so he just kind of follows along.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
round of rum shots, and actually, probably knowing kind of already picking up on Soren's naivety would probably ask him more in one of those like tumbler glasses for him. Yeah.
Yeah, let him sip, Captain.
Mm. One other thing of note is that there's a small bust of Desna on a little dais right here between the two doors to the kitchen.
Mhm.
You know, it describes her as the goddess of luck, so
Mm.
gambling will help.
So it looks
Strange.
like
I
a
usually
roulette table.
associated Desna with being a good god.
Looks like it's more of a permanent feature than much of the decoration and costuming
Mhm.
tonight. But yes, as you mingle for a few hours, the sun begins to set. As twilight finally firmly takes hold, the opening ceremonies begin. The various braziers around the room are lit by employees wielding pitchfork-shaped torches. And the imp lets out a piercing howl, silencing the crowds. I assume the folks at the bar at least come to see what's going on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As you reach back into the main hall, let's see, did I put him on the GM token layer? A rotund, greasy man in a formal suit, flanked by two of the succubi of the evening, makes his way out from the kitchen area. And up atop the podium. He waves his left arm out to the crowd. You notice it ends in a bronze cap from which protrudes an oversized and oddly shaped key. Those who know or have been in the town for a while would recognize him as Saul Van Kaskerken, proprietor of the Gold Goblin. Okay. Welcome, one and all, to the Gold Goblin Gambling Hall. Chance to cheat the devil and win back not only your soul, but all of his gold as well, he says as he pats a large chest next to him. I hope you found your reception by the devil's lovely temperatures suitably entertaining. He waves his right hand up towards the birdcage. The imp within flies into a rage, screaming and infernal at all assembled. Some of the crowd laugh, a few even clap, but it quickly quiets back down. Van Kasserkin grins evilly, and the caged imp cuts loose with another profane tirade.
I'm imagining he sounds like the kid from the Wild Thornberries.
Mhm.
Barney internally notes that apparently the guy that runs this place isn't aware that succubi are demons, not devils.
Mhm.
So his theming is a little bit hit or miss.
Well, compared to his siblings, he's definitely doing the best, so.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause, 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 'cause
Isn't this the brother of the guy who was like the minion of Nualia and Rune Lords? The Auric Van Kaskerkin?
Wait. What?
So this guy is a part of a family that runs at least these first 3 APs. So it started with Auric Van Kaskerkin and Rise of the Rune Lords, which was what Richard was just talking about. Then in Curse of the Crimson Throne, you guys met Varric Van Kaskerkin, who was the sergeant of the Corvosan Guard, who also had the hots for the Arcona woman. And this guy, who is also related to them. I don't know that he's brothers with them, but those two are brothers.
So who was the first one again?
Auric.
Remember that a guy that we disarmed and then grappled with a snake, and he just like, "Fuck it, fine, you got me. I give up."
Yeah, the soldier guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy got.
yeah. We
Manhandled.
shut him
Whooped
down in one
round.
turn, and he's like, "Fuck it, yeah, you got me."
It's a really nice little detail. I like that they did that. There's just this family in here, if you pay attention.
Anyway, he continues. Let's take this moment to thank Old Scratch himself for attending this event. Not only did he loan us these lovely dark angels, but he also emptied the deepest vaults of hell itself to provide the gold for this tournament. Of course, he plans on replacing what he loses in gold with the souls of those of you who don't win. The tournament rules are quite simple. As you play, you'll earn more chips, and with those chips, you'll be able to bribe your way out of the current hell you're trapped in, working your way down deeper until you get to Old Scratch's treasury. Currently, all of you are Old Scratch's prisoners in the first of the Hells of Avernus. And if you want to work your way down to the ninth circle, you need to win the games. Each time you win, you'll be awarded a golden eye. If you come in second, you'll get a silver tooth. These bits of flesh and bone are what the devils use in hell for currency, and they're what you need to pay in order to bribe your way up to the next level of hell. The first player to win a game after reaching Nessus not only keeps his winnings for that game, but also earns back his soul in the 10,000 silver coins in this here chest that the devil put up for the tournament. You can, of course, decide to cash out your winnings at any time you want, but if you do, or if you run out of money entirely, well, that means Old Scratch gets you. Van Kaskin grins evilly, and the caged imp cuts loose with another profane tirade. And that will earn you the Devil's Mark and an escort out of the game hall until the tournament is over. What you ask is exactly the Devil's Mark? Well, it is something too utterly horrible to even contemplate. The forfeiture of your very soul it is, but I suppose I can show you. Gods know I deserve it more than many. In fact, better make it 2, girls. Without the succubi accompanying him, lean over and each firmly plant a kiss on his cheeks with their ruby red lips. When they pull away, their lip rouge has left clearly visible prints in the same shocking red on his cheek. Saul beams as he cries out, "The Devil's Mark, everyone!" which is greeted by a flurry of shouts, catcalls, and hoots. Now, let's cheat the devil and take his gold. Trumps one more rabid flurry from the imprisoned fiend and the crowd below. And with that, the tournament begins.
Raj would have been grinning at the showmanship, appreciating the spectacle.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Saul himself, after that, waves me down into the cashier's cage.
Let's play a game.
Mm-hmm. So there are a few quick options in the hand-downs down there. This golem, which will be represented by a simple, quick roll, as each of you takes up a different table, presumably. And Goulet, which is also another single roll to call a number on a d12. Everything except 11, except 12. If you get it right, you win 10 times what you bet. If it lands on 12, you get a tenth of what you bet back. Prize. And there's
What is near?
but there's on 2 different 3D, 2d20. So,
Okay. Just quick.
whichever one you want, do a quick
Give me
couple
a-
rounds.
Yeah, I'm looking through this.
We all want to do Gollum?
Yeah. Let's see.
So you roll 1d20.
Me, that's breaking.
How many 20 for
It's
anybody?
poker.
Limited to the original 10 gold pieces that they gave us.
You can buy more chips if you want.
So,
I don't know,
but
still.
yeah, mine's fucking. So,
Consider like
I didn't
silver
know if that
chips.
was
chips to start.
Yeah.
Your entry fee gives you 10 silver chips. You can buy however many.
Well, I'm
So-
betting all 10.
Real quick,
Win or
would it
go
be
home,
possible? Is it possible for me to, instead of focus on gambling, focus on helping? Because the prize is going to go towards one person, so Raj is inclined to help push Twitch to the top. So is there any way I could like give him bonuses in lieu of gambling? And
You can aid another on a skill, right?
Well, he had said that you need to win the games to get the gold chip. It is just a gold poker chip from the casino. So,
Mhm.
however many you want to give him to buy
Mhm.
badges, basically.
Okay, well, I mean,
Which
I
also
could.
happens to be.
But as far as like, so like, would aid another still be a viable approach to this?
I think what
Yes,
Kenneth
but
is
you'd have
saying that
to-
you can just roll yourself, and then you can give your
Okay.
winnings to him if you want.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can aid another on his betting, either presumably giving him tips or
Mhm. Yeah,
not
I
getting
think
pissed
I'd.
off by the other people at the table,
Right.
or getting in and sandbagging and losing some gold as you go.
Mm.
But yeah, I'll try a round of Golem real quick. It's
Yeah.
just a bluff
Yep,
check, right?
Mm-hmm. Can be.
All right.
Use professional gambler,
So-
bluff, sleight of hand, but that if you critical one will get you kicked out.
So is it fair to say that the people at the table are humanoids?
Most of them, yes.
So that's 27.
Well, what did you bet?
Nice.
Oh, sorry, I bet 8.
All right.
And that also depends if you're willing to let me use the other +2 to pretend that I don't know how the game works. To additional +2 to feign
I'll let
ignorance.
you card shock at least the first game. So it's 27.
Yep.
So that would be. You bet 8, you said?
Oh no, that would be 29. Because
Jesus.
I rolled
Oh,
a
right,
25,
29.
+2 for humanoids, +2 for feign ignorance. I don't think it's opposed by sense motive, so that additional +3 is not going to be in here.
So that's 160% of
Mhm.
his winning.
You said you bet 8.
I bet 8, so
So you'd get 12
Oh.
silver and 8 copper pieces.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Grand total of 20 silver and 8 copper from that first round for you.
excellent.
I'm gonna bet 3 silver pieces, and I'll roll a bluff.
Are you still tracking your silver on your card?
Keep them
Yeah.
separate. It will kind of
Yeah.
matter.
So it's 20 silver and then 3 copper.
Mhm.
I'll wait
Okay.
for everyone else to do a round. Then I have a thing I was going to do with
So
this.
I bet 3, so I get 3 back, right? That's how that works.
Yep.
Because it
So
gain
you-
gain 100%.
Game
So.
3. Yep.
Fuck it.
Oh no,
And
you
so
lose
far,
20%.
yeah. Although I didn't. If you want to punch in what you bet first.
Oh yeah. You'll do that in the future.
Oh no.
Mhm.
I love this lineup of how Richard and I are the two most
Yeah.
deadly proficient
Yeah.
gamblers.
Yeah.
Oh boy, lost 50%.
Everyone's
No.
losing. Soren and Varney are just like, hey, this isn't so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, wait, a 1? That's a good thing, right? Club. There's a thing I want to do, but I want to wait for Evan to have a chance at gambling first.
Man, the other window is way lagged. Oh, now it isn't updating till I look at it. Now that's annoying.
Poor Captain Raj lost the most, I think.
Yep.
Oh no. Cameron,
Yeah,
we
lost
gotta try a different game.
Mm-hmm. Lost half the 9 he bet, so.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean I'm at 5 or 6 silver?
You bet 9s. That's 4.5. So 5.5 if you only have the 10 that you started with.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I wasn't sure if half a chip was a thing.
Listen, guys. Roulette
Just
is
coverage.
easy. Just
Yeah.
always bet on purple.
That's why the minimum bet for the golems 1 silver.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know.
Oh yeah, sorry. This was because my trait bluff is a class skill, so that would be +3 to what I rolled, so it'd be 16.
All right, so you gain whatever you bet, which I don't remember how much you bet.
Gain 20%
I would have bet
of what
5
you
of
bet.
the silver that I have,
Mhm.
right? Was I given silver?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you get 2 copper. If you only bet 1.
Mhm.
All right. Well, however many
I would-
more rounds you guys want to do.
I would like to find the table that either Raj or Twitch is at, preferably Raj, but because I would like to roll bluff after I place my bet, which I put in chat, to lose to him, so the money goes to him.
Mhm.
Bet 5.5.
I'll bet 20.
There we go.
Mhm.
Hey, I was trying to lose to him, so
Yeah, yeah.
checks out. Though it is funny that with the modifiers, it's still just slightly lower than yours. I think one
Mhm.
shy.
Mhm.
So that would bring me up to 11. 5.5 times 2. Yep.
And let's see, I got. Well, technically, I got a 21, so I would gain 100 back.
Hmm.
So wait, that means I gained 20, so that would be at 40. Man,
You just failed successfully.
failed successfully.
Yeah, I'll bet 6 and try it one more time. I'll just write
Mhm.
down 6 in the chat so I don't fuck up. Ooh, I lost half of it.
Mhm.
I'm back to where I started, boys.
Yep.
And then after we're done this, I'm going to wander over to the bounder table.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna bet 10.
Which got a royal flush when everyone thought he had a nothing. If it'll update if I put it. All right. Well, if everyone has that out the system, we can continue on to the actual event.
So is the objective still to try to win all the gold, or what? What do you mean event?
Well, there's a
Right.
story, and then there's us playing gambling game.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. No. Okay.
Something's about to
I'm just-
happen.
I'm fine to segue into the plot.
Yeah.
Inciting incident ahoy,
Yeah.
Captain.
Because right now,
Oh
at
my
least 2
God.
of us.
Guys, remember that from when we play Skull and Shackles? That's a fantastic pirate ship name, the Inciting Incident.
I love
Great.
it. Yes.
That is
Yes.
I was gonna say the red herring, but that works better.
Yeah.
Ah,
I
inciting
love it.
Black sails up on the horizon. It's the inciting incident.
that is
Especially because
good.
never mind.
Mhm.
I think we might also have our, if we ever get back into Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, we got a ship named the Inciting Incident.
Yep. Oh, the first voyage of the Great Gumbo. My computer decided to have a fart.
Have you checked it lately?
Yeah, it's my computer for some reason at this point does not want to run any Unreal 4 at all for the exact same reason
Gotcha.
because fucking Microsoft.
Mm.
There'll be a
already offered
solution
you one.
eventually. Yep.
Okay. If people want to give me a quick perceptions.
Yes.
Very bad.
We're stupid, but god damn it, we know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Zeph, Twitch, and Raj, you'll notice a man kind of peeking out from the toilets through a cracked door. Soren, your eye is drawn first to a raven perched atop that door, and then you notice the man as he pulls out a piece of vellum and begins to read it intently. Again, Varney, you instead notice 5 people acting very weirdly near the podium as they all close their eyes in unison.
Mm-hmm.
Well, surprise round going.
Yeah.
If you notice the dude, you get a little bonus to the save. But he successfully he successfully made his thing, and this brazier here bursts into a massive blinding flash of fireworks. Several of the guards appear to be blinded. Several of the patrons scream that they're blinded. And it has begun.
Saving not to be blinded.
Will save to not be blind.
Do we get advantages for seeing it on its way, or is it just
Yeah.
And we're all rolling the will save?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Everyone in area 2.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, I got 16.
Mm-hmm.
That's good at level 1.
Yeah. I was just going to do +2. But
my eyes.
I think I'll take a round off the result because it's 1d4 plus 1.
There we go.
Can I retroactively use the 1 hero point I had to try to pass this?
Yes.
Yeah.
You wish to reroll.
Yeah, I would like to do so.
Ooh, not good.
My will is a native 1, so yep.
The 10 pass?
No.
No.
Out to +2. So 4 rounds of blindness for everyone but Varney. As that round passes, we will bring up the initiative tracker. Once I find it, there it is. That's something I forgot, was to put their initiative thing on the token
Oh,
action.
now I get a natural 20.
Bounce. And bounce. Initiative. Yes.
Robber, Bard.
Mm-hmm. On my end, it changed their name to that, and it appears to have put the token name on there. Oh well. On the initiative. Oh well. You may or may not have learned their names anyway.
I don't see any names on the initiative tracker for us.
Okay, good.
I'll never
I see like the
forget
player
you.
names, but not the enemy names.
Mm-hmm. So, all the guards appear to be blinded. 4 thugs moving about, robbing various customers. First one comes up. It's like, oh, you give it anything you got, including the chips. This one goes over here and starts grabbing chips and valuables off the goulette table. And they kind of disperse. As the woman announces that if you don't do anything stupid, no one will get hurt. Standard robber fare.
Right, yes.
Probably should have sorted stuff, but Angvar's going first. So he moves over towards the podium and gets out another scroll. Soren, it's your turn.
Appropriate, Raj. You see just a blinding flash in your face. You see Soren. You don't see, but you feel Soren reach over and tap your shoulder as you get a vision of madness. You have a +1 to your attack, but you have a -1 to your saving throws and skill checks.
Okay.
For 3 rounds.
Let me write that down. Is that something you'll be using?
Yeah, it's my domain ability.
Okay. So
it goes up as I go up the levels, but it's basically a +1 to one of those 3 and a -1 to the other 2.
Okay.
So I can choose like skill, attack, or save, but it gives you a penalty to the other 2.
Okay. So just.
But otherwise, I can't see right now, so that's all I really do. So.
Already had the thieves do something. So Raj, you're now having vision. In addition to the blindness.
You're blinded and you're seeing the elder gods. It's a bad day.
Table once I saw that guy and the fucking mumbling to himself as he's just waiting. I'm going to hold an action to shift when a robber comes towards me. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit passively and just wait out the blindness and whatever madness is running through me.
Zeph.
You can do it, Michael. Use your anime pro tag powers to shrug off the blindness.
Can I use I don't have that feat yet. Yeah, level 1 sucks. Can I use a perception to kind of hear the direction of Varney's assailant over there, because he's the closest one? Yeah. Well, I don't know if that does it or not.
Not over the screams of the people who are also claiming to be blinded permanently.
Damn.
The woman starts orating to the various guards, or the various thieves, and it's Twitch's turn.
No, I'm not done.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Zeph, then.
Yes. I'm picking a direction. And then I bump into Raj. Who is that?
Bumped into you, Raj.
Raj is having a time right now.
I'm sorry.
Sorry,
Like I just had the funny mental image of when we said no, you went blind. Then you see the Elder Gods, and then we said you're having a bad day. And I thought, or as your Dungeon Crawl Classics character would call it, a day.
Would
So
Raj
do
respond
you like
to
full?
him
Do you
bumping
like
into him?
full? So do you like full body bump, or are you like reach out your hands and feeling
He
ahead
is-
of you?
Yeah, he's reaching out his hands and feeling ahead of him, definitely for sure.
Mhm.
But as he bumps into you, he would say, "Who is that?" And you would recognize the voice from outside.
One of the ones you spoke to earlier outside.
Look, we're not going to be able to fight like this. We'll have to work together.
Of course, right now I'm just waiting for my sight to come back.
We don't have time. Grab onto my arm.
Raj will do
One
so.
will grab, one will hit.
Very well. You could see.
No.
I like this plan.
No.
Mhm. So now it's Twitch.
Which is going to
Simulcast.
try and stealthily hide under the table, crawl under the table and hide. Oh, there's a table. There.
Smashes his head into the
It's
table.
also for the chair.
Ah, son of a bitch!
Yeah, he's here now and he's prone.
Yeah, flexible collarbone. Ah.
Oh, damn it! Put the chair there.
Mm-hmm. So, as Twitch gets intimately familiar with the table leg, Varney is the only party member who can see
Yep.
and has just been accosted.
Mhm.
How do you respond?
So quick question.
Mhm.
This is going to be an important thing going forward. How visible would you say the Inquisitor's ability of their judgments would be?
People who know magic might notice, but
Okay, then I won't do it
otherwise,
then.
no.
Yeah, then I won't do it then. All right. So this guy comes up and he says, "All right, give you all the money. Don't do anything stupid." And Barney just wheels on stupid, and then he takes a 5-foot step back, and I throw a table at him.
I was half expecting you to be like, "That's my purse. I don't know you."
I got point blank shot, so I added that in because I'm throwing a club. 17.
17 will hit.
Minimum damage, but that's 5. That's still pretty good.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Is that right? Yes, it is right. Yep.
Yeah, it clobbers him pretty good. He's bleeding severely about the head.
Yep, that's all I got.
Step in action. All right. Seeing this, the wizard looks a little shocked, but doesn't break his stride towards the large chest,
Mm-hmm.
and he begins to use the scroll he had in hand.
The nerd's gonna have sex with that chest! Which is extremely perplexing to everyone who's blind.
Clearly the best choice for the only person that can see.
Well, as many after effects happen, the chest goes quite flaccid, although it turns into cloth. The nerd picks it up and gives you a weird look. Mhm. I don't know why that went up by 8. Probably because of the thing I set. Not knowing what it was as I set. Anyway, blindness is 4 rounds left. Soren, back to
How
you.
would I be able to gauge the direction I'm moving, or no? So should I just do like a random roll?
Oh, you know where the shout about a nerd fornicating with a lockbox came from.
Okay.
So, yes, you can try to discern your direction.
Let me do a perception, I guess, then to for myself to determine how accurate I'd be able to move.
Mhm.
Fairly well, I think. Then
Mhm. You
I'm gonna
vaguely
make-
recall the layout of the room.
I'm gonna make my
bump.
direction this way. I might get an attack from this guy if he's actually going to attack me. Because this is where I remember where all the bad guys were.
Mm-hmm.
As I walk over,
Swing on you with the sap.
oof, that's a big hit.
Yeah, and you can't see to defend yourself, so it qualifies as a sneak attack. So
Worse hit. Hey, if my character goes this first level, I'm okay with this.
Hey,
is
it's
non-lethal.
non-lethal.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that blindness is a pain in the ass.
As I do walk forward, I pull out my book, even though I can't read it. I have everything memorized. I pull out and even the gods who dance with their pride will stumble. Not even divinity is immune to the embrace of the last moon. And I'm going to channel energy, selecting my friends that I know are nearby, which are these two, to not get affected by it. But that means the crowd and all the enemies within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I'm
And
crazy.
Everyone's blind, so it'll just say they did it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 damage. DC
I mean,
14.
Product of that
Yeah,
nerd
at
in the
least
box.
it's not gonna be like a mass. You just clear the entire
What I'm
room of
hoping for is
population.
I'm going to disperse the crowd and make them run and panic.
Oh, it's
so-
a fear-based one.
Well, no, it's not. But what I'm hoping
Oh,
is for
gotcha.
is the mentality of people taking damage out of nowhere.
Yeah,
They
Yep,
get
that's
panicked
fair.
and start scrambling.
fair.
Can we just take a moment to also appreciate that this has happened in the span of 12 seconds? So it was
Yeah.
everyone's blind, Raj sees Cthulhu, someone shouts that nerd's gonna fuck that chest, and then the void energy washes over people.
What the fuck
So
is
it
going
doesn't
on?
hit this guy, but it will hit all of these enemies. So they all need to make will saves.
Is it a burst 40?
Is it a burst 40?
30.
Let me double check. I think that was 30.
Base is 30
Oh, okay.
because I had feats with Nasarima to extend it.
Oh, I gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's 30.
Okay.
Yeah, there's significantly more screaming and panicking now, especially amongst those who can't see what's going on. The thief that accosted you, Varney, is making for the door quite rapidly. There's number 2. Number 2 is like ashing off at you. Steps up and swings at you with the sap.
I say this, I let out a burst of the void, and I fall over unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to X myself, but I am unconscious right now.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, saying that his boss has the chest. Also going to make his way to the exit. As will number 4.
Guys, I think our people are bad at this.
You,
I don't know. I
number 4.
fucked one of them up.
Raj.
Except for the secret spy. He's okay.
We've got to find the
Yep.
guy in charge. Am I able to give him an assist on his roll because we're connected at the hip now, so we can use both our ears to, no, over that way. Cool.
How many
So you
rounds
gotta-
left do we have of blindness? That was
3.
3? Okay, Jesus.
You gotta listen for our guy.
We bad.
You can't let them
rolled
get
bad
away.
roll.
Oh, yeah, I did take one off. Seeing it coming.
Nah, I don't help at all. Guys, I have a +6.
What sort of penalty? Let me see what the blinding condition is.
Effective total concealment. So 50% mischance. Plus, you have to have some idea where they are.
Having been eyeing the chest this entire time, interested in wealth and all that stuff. Would it be possible for me to reach out, grab the bar here, and acrobatics up and over?
I'll allow it.
Okay. That way I'm not relying entirely blindly. I'm basically, rail, okay, just need to go over this.
Mm-hmm.
See 16?
Yeah, I feel like a 15's enough to do it blind, so
All right. So is it okay for me
probably
to go
only
here?
be. Yeah, I mean, be a passive climb if you could see. But
Okay. And if I have any more roof, I'd like to go there. And
Mhm.
then trying to think. Then yeah, I'll just go ahead and shift into my use my start action to shift, and as part of that, use my trait that will allow me to get a free intimidate to try to demoralize him.
Mhm.
Say, this is a mighty fine con you've got there, but I want my cut too. And I'll take it one way or another. And then let's try that intimidate.
By the way, can we all acknowledge this is the second time he's played a were-tiger character? I guess the other one was technically just a tiger man,
Yeah.
but still.
Well, if he wasn't already trying to get out of Dodge, he'd
Yep.
definitely be wanting to now.
I kind of want you
so
to roll
funny.
in. I kind of
we
want you to
almost-
run a roll in that one, Loki, just so we can say, Raj, he's like 90 degrees to your left.
Yeah, right.
We almost had two characters
a
that
standard action
transformed
to
into
shift.
tigers.
And then part of my move action, I would like to draw my Fakata.
Mhm.
And I think that's all I can
You
do.
kiss your mother with that mouth?
You're a fuckawata?
That's right.
Zeph,
Fair enough to say
Raj
from the
has,
distance, I can hear the direction Raj is gallivanting.
mhm, plus whatever noises he makes when becoming tiger.
Mhm.
Indeed. So I am also going to try and please vault over this fucking
Mhm.
thing. Okay, I'm going to use a hero point. This is fucking ridiculous.
Just go down, man. Twitch is over there holding his knee going.
Oh,
there it
man. Like
If all these
the cl-
characters live, I'm going to be so amazed.
all
is.
Zeph, you managed to shake the podium so badly that Raj and Angvar have to make reflex saves.
You jump into it
Oh,
so hard.
there's such a wonderful separation in Pathfinder between the flavor of the classes and how they function at level 1.
Right?
I mean, it's because I would have a plus. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I rolled shit.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5 and a 1. I wouldn't have passed that no matter what I had as a bonus.
So, Raj, the platform slips just awkwardly enough that you fall down.
God damn it.
Well, I'm certainly getting a job from this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I'm unconscious.
Oh, and as a note, the ability I chose for shifting is my plus 10 move speed.
It does 5 rounds of blindness at level 1?
Yeah, right?
They're very much supposed to be getting away with this heist.
Yeah,
There
this
was
is a
a-
very solidly executed heist.
He had a scroll of pyrotechnics.
Mhm.
So
Mm.
there was a chance that he would. That first roll I did, there was a chance of him failing that and the scroll blowing up on him. So
That would have been really funny, especially since he was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was like that underling to Gadrin and who had the acid wand, but you could only cast it correctly about half the time.
Mhm.
So it's like, God fucking damn it.
Twitch.
Twitch is going to try again. Now that he's
Crawling
made
underneath
his
the
way.
table.
made his way to the ground, he's going to try and crawl under. Is y'all's roll 20 just acting
No.
terrible?
A little bit,
No?
but not insufferably so.
He's gonna try again.
Stealth of 10. If anyone were looking for you, they might not notice you.
I love that you hit the ground. You're like, okay, I've successfully located the floor. Time to crawl.
Now he's under the table. pushing
It
chairs
just-
around.
Proceeds to sweep everything off the table in the process.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm. So that's all Twitch is doing, and it's off to Varney.
All right.
Once
So,
more.
so I am going to run forward, scoop up my table leg off the ground. Gonna
It's
run over
valuable,
here.
you know.
Yes. It costs exactly 0 monies. And then I'm gonna run over here. And I'm gonna cock my arm back. And I'm gonna get the box, pervert. And then I'm gonna at the 20 for another 5 damage.
Yeah,
It's weirdly
that'll connect.
effective.
The table leg whistles through the air. Zangvar, finding its footing again, turns as you call him a pervert again, and catches it square in the nose. Another large bleeding head wound inflicted tonight by Varney.
Mm-hmm.
He looks around a little dazed, looks at Raj on the ground, looks at you, and then tries to jump over Raj. If you want to make a quick perception, I'll let you have a AOO if you get a 10 or above.
And then that still has a 50% miss chance because of blindness.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you've got it. The clang of his boots make you swing. 22 in the fifth miss chance. High or low?
I
Yeah.
always do one hits.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll allow it because it's cool.
Yeah, no, I know. Mirror images and all that. It's always been one hits for
Oh
me.
yeah.
Mhm.
So as he tries to jump over you, you manage to connect with his boot just as it leaves the ground, causing him to spin as the foot detaches and he collapses on the ground.
Did you say the
Not
foot
quite dead.
detaches?
Yes.
He chopped with a big old sword.
Mm-hmm. 2 more rounds of blindness.
Mm-hmm.
7 more.
The
And
peg leg market is strong here.
I'm
Yeah.
having a good sleep.
Is that
Thorn,
is the
taking a
wizard
nap.
guy down?
he's down. He's not
Okay.
moving. Let me go ahead and hit the
I'm
X.
guessing these guys are going to continue to flee or try to grab the chest.
From
Mhm.
among your actually pained ankle from just slamming that so hard, you do hear something collapse next to you.
Probably a scream.
Mm.
The bard does not immediately flee. However, she does not have cure light wounds, so she runs over, clearly distraught, and picks up the body. Or no, wait, there's several turns.
Isn't her?
We're
Yeah,
blind.
I was going to say.
Raj and Zeph.
That's what I
Um,
imagine is happening right now.
Mm.
Mhm.
But she'll need to choose between the body and the chest.
It's a move action stand up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Action to dash and acrobatics over the rail again.
This will be hilarious if you fail, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, please fail. Ah.
Oh.
The
Damn those
Catman
whiskers
nimbly
that let
makes
you
it over.
sense things.
Right.
I was half expecting him to have the scent ability. Didn't even need his eyes or something.
Yeah, that's
And
what I did
then-
with Gork a lot, where I'm just like, what do I smell?
I would just like to stand over the body. Or the person.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
A very dramatic pose. Slightly awkward because you kicked him first, but that helped you find your footing around the body.
And
Exactly.
now he's standing like a Captain Morgan.
Yep.
Mhm. Anything else? Or is that
That is it. Yep.
okay.
Um,
Zeph, yeah. Large clatter. to
there's
the south.
still a bunch of people running around, and it's hard to see around us or
The
in
crowd
here.
is thinning out, but the ones that are left are also blind and quite loud about it.
Oh god, attack
Would I be
barrage.
able to free action just shout for instructions from somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I know I can. That's what you guys do in
Mhm.
my game. Where is she? Or I guess I don't know if it's a
There!
she, but where are they?
Ooh.
There!
God, you suck, Varney.
Just
Okay,
going.
You managed to pick out at least the
I'm
noise.
sorry, but I unapologetically love level 1 sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I like the DCC stuff, because it's more of this more often.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this over with. It's a 1d2 to
Mhm.
determine if I hit, right?
Yep.
All right, on a 1, I will hit. Okay.
Mhm. Well, now she would have tried to grab the body, but between the tiger and the other man swinging on her, she looks quite concerned at the fallen and flees. Yeah. You can try to get your AOO if you want.
Might be able to
You
throw
want to do
table leg on
Okay.
the way out.
1, that'll hit.
Mm-hmm.
It'll maybe hit. You still have to roll to hit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just determining. Let's do power attack. Let's do arcane strike or max damage. Hiya!
Nice.
Oof.
Damn.
Let's see. She is down and bleeding out.
I got one. I got one.
Hope it wasn't a civilian.
I wasn't a random lady, right? She yelped like it was a lady, which makes you think it was a random person.
Don't ask me what it's like to use a great axe on women exclusively.
I got a dark
All I'm saying is
past.
I know a lot about
You'll learn about
cleavage.
it in my backstory.
I love the idea. That's a great character trait. I could tell people's genders by hitting them with an axe. Like, how did you develop that?
Well, I really liked that trait charming because it was like the Fallout skill where it was like it only applies to characters that could or would be sexually attracted to your
Yeah.
character.
Twitch, you
is
found
Twitch-
a remarkably good piece of chewing gum that's only moderately used with your hand.
Improvise weapon,
But it-
go.
Mhm.
Tanglefoot bag.
If you got anything, or are you just gonna keep hiding under the table? Possibly.
He's going to possibly. He's going to shift the chairs around to cover himself even better.
Share for it.
It is one more.
Mhm. Honey,
All
prime
right.
culprits seem to be down. Many
See.
people still seem to be blinded.
All right. So I see them running out the door.
Mhm.
All right. So I won't get point blank, and I'm going to take some serious penalties for throwing this far
Mhm.
beyond my
This
range.
is the one that you got with the big head wound. The others only really got hit by Soren's shockwave.
You know what?
I think
it's
this one's
going to
like only at -2 because it's out of your first range, isn't it? Or is it 10 feet for?
be. It's 10 feet for
Right.
thrown weapons.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Did
So
you take the strong arm, supple wrist trait?
no.
Okay. Because that one's, if you move 10 feet, you could add 10 feet to the range of thrown weapons.
Yeah. No, I got a different thing going. So I
Okay.
won't get point blank. What's the penalty for each beyond your range? It's -2.
Yes.
Yeah, -2 for each additional range increment.
Okay, so I'm going to be looking at -6 on this. I don't expect this to hit, but it would be funny. I'm going to throw it at the one that I hit before.
Mm-hmm.
13?
Is that with the -6? No.
That's with -6.
Yeah, no, that's one short.
You know
So
what?
it whiffles.
Just for the laugh, can I tap my hero point to add +4 to it?
Sure.
Yep. That's what I do. So he comes running up and he goes, "Whoa," and he throws a club and he just goes, "Woo, woo, 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 woo," and there's just one guy running down the steps. It goes, boom.
Mhm. Yep. So he's outside, sprawled on the stairs, bleeding even worse from the head.
Exclusively the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's all I got. Least of a hero point, but it's a good moment.
All right. Mage. It's a flat con plus the minus on the DC, and for bleeding out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that one is stabilized. People are still blinded for a round.
Yeah, I'm not going to pursue any of these thieving guys anymore.
Thorin, you've only got like 2 actual. Yeah, and they.
Did they even get anything?
No, we full forwarded. I mean, maybe they got some stuff from the tables, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was
Like the
thinking
one that
maybe
makes
they
me
started
down
running
did
away.
imply that he grabbed shit. So
yeah, we
was-
took out a good chunk of them.
maybe they could steal the golden goblin, but I mean that's probably not even real gold.
Mm-mm.
Nope. If anyone actually examines it, it's brass, highly polished. But
Yeah,
brass.
I figured. I'm going to go out and grab the bleeding guy on the steps and drag him back.
Mhm.
Yep.
just
we
on
got
the stairs,
3 prisoners.
ka-thunk,
Oh,
as you walk
no,
up the
it's
stairs.
definitely
with
just
them.
pulling him behind me by the ankle with my 16 strength. Like, there's a high possibility he's just dead anyway, but I'm bringing him in.
As soon as I regain my sight, I'm gonna start locking these guys in the bathroom until guards show up.
About 12 seconds later, everyone gets their vision back. The guards around quite
Mhm.
shocked, especially the one who got shocked by Soren,
Mhm.
as they have no idea what hit them.
Hey, it couldn't have been me. I'm unconscious.
Mhm,
Uh,
Mhm.
many of the
Get 'em?
non-bouncer employees that are remaining, as Saul comes rushing out of the back rooms, run up to him and tender their resignation quite dramatically.
As I
He looks around quite puzzled.
sling someone into the room, I look back at Saul and I go, "You know, this wouldn't have happened if you had hired me as your bodyguard, like I said. Counterintelligence is my specialty."
Two. Dragging one in. It's this masked one and the container cucker over there.
Well,
The container had sex with his wife?
No, I think he was cooking the container.
Yeah.
So there's a husband container at work somewhere, bringing home the bread for this container.
Yeah, it's a barrel. That's what that's what the little hole in there is for.
That goes back into the I saw people talking about like items having genders. Like
Yep.
yeah, barrels are female, crates are male.
I would love it if this wizard lived and was released by this, but this rumor follows him for the rest of his days.
I've
Oh
gotta use the
yeah, you're
restroom
that
real
guy
quick.
that tried to publicly have sex with a treasure chest during a casino robbery. No, that wasn't.
Is this a good point for a bio?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta use the restroom.
especially as we get the giggles out about the.
Mhm.
Don't worry, guys. I
forking.
will be awake in about an hour.
Mm. Well, I think that went well. Out of character.
Honestly, looking
Yeah.
back, it's probably a good thing I rolled a 2 on my channel energy because I could have killed a lot of civilians.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Honestly, though, I probably killed his old Jimmy over in the corner. He was on his last leg anyway, though.
And he had it coming.
They don't call him old Jimmy for nothing.
Yeah, I think we pulled it out pretty well given the circumstances that challenged us.
Mm-hmm.
For a second, I'm like, oh, they're just
Walk
going to
away,
clean sweep
we're gonna
this.
be like, well, sorry we couldn't help you.
I knew that throwing clubs was so effective.
You knew you needed to keep a blind tiger around.
Mm-hmm. I mean, clearly Michael's did the
I mean,
the big
technically
damage, but
Technically, not even clubs. It's just furniture you're throwing.
yeah, I'm just they are mechanically clubs,
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
cost 0 gold. I realize.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, oh,
The entire time, Twitch was trying to arm you.
Well, Twitch walks over with 3 chair legs and hands them to fairly impressive.
oh man.
Your character is great already. I'm just love your character's response.
And this is just
so
one
good.
layer of it too.
Yeah. I know. Just the face value, just instant. I can't think of the word. Appreciation, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it says I get bonuses to bluff for playing into negative half-orc stereotypes.
I mean, there
I'm
you
like,
go.
I'm going to be as stupid and as brutish as possible.
You are doing great.
I'm back.
Mm-hmm. I think Cope might still be gone.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
Also, I
Okay,
haven't
so-
been stuttering the last few weeks, right?
Nope.
Not
The
that
way-
I noticed.
Good
Yeah,
now.
we've got that problem fixed.
Oh, you
Excellent.
said it. Now it's
Don't
going to
jinx
return.
yourself.
No! I bought a Wi-Fi extender
Ah.
because I think I was this office was in a black spot or something.
If it
Yeah.
comes back, but you think it was slightly improved, I've got the model because our upstairs we had hell trouble for years, and we even had the cable company come and install like 5 of them, and none of them were as good as the one unit I finally got that just plugs into the wall, and it has like 4 antennas off of it. Now, granted, it's the size of your foot, but it
I think that might be
fairly-
what I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sounds a lot
Looks
like
like
what I have.
Is it white and looks like a drone?
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
Oh yeah, I know those things. They sell them where at work.
That one we have is everything we had gotten up until then. We're just like, this may extend it 10 feet, but that one fixed our whole problem upstairs.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
I think at least it's 90% fixed from what I can tell.
Mhm.
I might still have a couple of hiccups here because I do still live in Texas, but
Nobody's perfect.
and I mean not in Austin either. So. A little close, but
Mm-hmm.
So is this guy I dragged in from outside dead or alive?
Currently still alive, but very, very beat up.
Gotcha.
As the crowd kind of rounds on Saul as he exits the cashier room, he's forced to give refunds to those who's still here. And he looks over at the people gathered around the defeated robbers. You lot I would like to have a word with afterwards, and yeah, I might have some room on the staff now. I don't believe I ever got your name, but that can be dealt with after all these fine folk.
Do you have something that could help our friend over there?
Oh,
You would
yeah,
gesture
yeah,
towards Soren.
yeah. From out of the back room comes a rather large man. It's bid dear, get that man one of our private stock. And A couple minutes later, he returns with a potion of cure light wounds, and
Heals
either
double
you
for
or
non-lethal.
either you or him can feed it to Soren.
You sure he won't be mad at you? He seemed kind of, well, no, I wouldn't say depressed. Preoccupied with the end?
That's a good point. He did say that everything happens for a reason.
Sometimes the reason is you're stupid and make bad choices.
Nah, we'll feed it to him and ask him afterwards.
Yeah, we don't know whether or not he requested a do not resuscitate.
Which whispers to Raj, I've already got all his money anyway.
So three
But he could make us
actual
more
plans,
because he's
six
proven
for
that he's able to
non-lethal
do it so
healed.
willingly.
Oh, that's six
Oh,
for the
I was muted. Non-lethal heals double, right?
yeah.
Yes.
So you heal
Basically.
6.
Yeah.
Most of it was non-lethal. I believe it like 2 bled over. But it heals both lethal and non-lethal.
And I don't think you could have negative. Like I don't know. I don't know what the cap
I think
is
it was just
on.
at 0. So
Yeah.
with non-lethal, because I think he did all non-lethal to me.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I just wake up, very shocked that I didn't die. Like, by the last moon, today is not my final day. Huzzah! Looks over at Twitch. Twitch, I live. Isn't it great to be alive in this times before the end?
My boy, you were right, but didn't you say that everything that happens is supposed to happen? So when you died, were you supposed to be staying dead, or is it all right to come back?
Well, he wasn't dead. He was just unconscious. I feel like waking somebody up from a nap is, or from being cold cocked, isn't necessarily bringing somebody back from the grave.
You're right, Captain. You're right.
But yeah, he was just like,
valid question.
not all endings are the end. Just like not all deaths are your death. Not all deaths that we suffer are permanent. Life is temporary, but life is precious.
That's all fine and good. Did you see which one of them made off with the chest?
Got this one right here, and he would kind of rub his feet into the back of the guy. Is the chest still on him?
It is still in cloth form on him, yes.
Yeah.
So searches his pockets and holds it. Well, ain't that the darndest thing? Have to see about getting a mage on this. Do feel free to let yourself have whatever they might have. This is Riddleport after all, and they cause some problems for y'all. And that is all the things that they have on them.
Ooh. A stitched on mushroom emblem.
Yes.
Where is this? I'm not
on one of the saps. On the sap that was on the guy you clonked as he was trying to get away.
I don't see the loot handout. If
it's not on handout.
It's in the chat.
Posted.
Yeah, it's just in the chat. Just scroll all the way down on the chat window. Maybe.
Oh, there we go. It just finally appeared. It was taking a minute.
Okay.
And Raj would go for the spell book, and that'd be a way to take off the person first.
I'll take a dagger.
No, I closed it.
Twitch, I believe all this can sell for money, correct? Should we take it and profit? Is that what you called it?
Absolutely. Step 3, profit.
Dibs on that knife.
Sorry, I was muted. I was saying, I'll go grab a wheelbarrow. We can load all of these weapons up and sell them to some hoodlums tomorrow. Split the cash, let's see, 1, 2, 3 ways for everyone that fought.
I mean, wouldn't that be 4 ways?
Sorry, Soren, I forgot about you. 4 ways.
It's okay. A lot of people do.
I'm taking this knife. It's my knife now.
Look, I may be short, but as he's stripping this person of his clothes, But you're going to want me, or a person like me, as you would say, one of my kind, involved in liquidating these assets.
You don't really need a fence for daggers and leather armor. You can just kind of go to the store to sell those.
Well, you got a really big pot.
Yes, Barney, it is best, my friend, to clean them off first so that you can present them in the finest fashion.
He does haggle among the best of them.
Well, this is my knife now. Fuck off.
Looks like your knife.
That is his knife now.
Judging by your bag of tricks, wouldn't you also like the wooden stick there that hits people with? He points to the sap.
Okay. Take the sap.
Thorn smiles like he's helping.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like
Soren will take a dagger just to have on hand in case he needs it.
Yeah, dagger ain't a bad idea.
Raj just look around. Yep, just another night of Riddleport.
I know an old lady who runs a shop down the street that I saved her cat out of the tree, and she'll throw in 2 jars of pickles with our next purchase.
And then we can rob her.
Looking at the big guy, I assume drinks are on the house?
Yes. He waves to another guard in the back. Once they're done sorting through their well-earned gains, take them up to the lounge and make sure they get anything they desire within reason. I have a few more things to attend to before I meet you, and we shall discuss more things.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
More things.
Yes, let's. I assume we'll deal with, because it's pretty late at night, I imagine, for a gambling tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine we'll pack all that stuff up into a leather sack or something for tomorrow, and then go up to the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is
Punch
Vegas.
ready.
You just gamble all night.
Move your guys down to the one with the couches.
Yep. Is there anything I can roll to see if I recognize the mushroom symbol?
It's a mushroom stamp.
Yeah. I mean, out of character, that's all it is. It's just
Yeah. If that's all it is, that's fine. I just didn't know if it was like I would recognize an iconography.
Right. Yeah. You get to mushroom stamp people.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, after a few minutes.
As we're walking up the stairs, I was muted. Like Soren would turn to Raj. Have we met?
Yes, we met outside.
We have. I would have met a giant cat and remembered that.
Ah, right. You're new here. And with that, he would revert back to his human form.
Oh, righteous.
I get it. Cat and mouse. That's good. I clap.
Well, that's a fun magic trick.
Did you guys know you were doing that out of character and you paired your characters that one of you? Right?
No.
It just worked out.
So I feel like
I got it, but it was not intentional or by design. It just
I feel like if that's not intentional, then like when Varney points that out, you guys have to awkwardly glance at each other because it never occurred to you.
Yeah, cat and mouse. I don't see why that's any different from any other 2 animals. Dwarf and orc.
elf and human.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
Half
wouldn't really
ring and
call.
gnome.
Cow and chicken. I nod.
There you go. Cow and chicken.
Sleeper hit. Cow and chicken.
So
Let me tell you
Was that
guys
the one
a
with the
story.
carpet muncher one?
Let me
Yes,
tell
there
you
was
guys
the
a
car.
story at a cow. They both
You didn't
were.
go there?
They didn't know how. They both were proud.
With a one fine day with a woof and a purr.
A baby
Sounds
was
like
born,
a
and it
cat
caused a little
dog.
stir.
Cat dog. Cat dog. Fucking hate. I hate and love that theme song at the same time.
They don't make theme songs like they used to, man.
The best one is
No.
always going to be Angry Beavers, though.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to say that thing.
I'm so
That's
glad
the
you.
best opening.
Yep.
Angry Beavers is one of those shows I'll bring up to my friends in real life, and they're like, "I've
Oh, yeah.
never fucking heard of that."
I'm
I'm
all
like,
for the opening
"What?"
theme of Cowboys of Musa myself. It
That
goes
too.
much more intense than you'd expect it
Unnecessarily
to.
hard, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the game.
Mhm.
Instead of our nostalgia-ridden cartoon theme song rant.
I'm sorry, guys. We're getting old. We are now beginning to do the back in my day.
I remember back when I had to go to school, I had to walk up a hill to go to class. I didn't have no fancy buses.
I'll have
Look,
you know
in the-
that my handheld video games didn't have a backlight. We had to get overhead for that.
Look,
We
in
had
the
to play
late
by
1900s,
street light.
Yep.
Mhm. In the late 1900s,
Mm.
the TVs weighed 70, 80 pounds.
You can kill a man with TV.
Mhm.
Anyway, Bayar shows you up to the lounge and gathers your drink requests. After a few minutes, he returns. You've got about 20 before Saul finishes his business downstairs and joins you.
My
I
drink
assume
request
we've,
was meat.
Mhm. Delicious meat.
Mm-hmm.
But when he does, he comes in quite profound. Gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for your help tonight. And as I said, with the recent short staffing we've suffered from
I accept.
everyone. Getting ahead of me, boy. I would like to offer y'all junior partnerships in this here establishment. Come with 10 gold a week base pay, plus a profit sharing if we manage to earn enough. Obviously, you'd have to handle various tasks that would go with whatever skills you bring to the table. But yes,
Yeah, I don't know much about that, boss, but I'll punch people if you give me money.
yeah, we tends to call that bouncing, but there might also be a job in the fighting arena. I'll give you the grand tour after
I
you
don't
accept.
bounce too good.
It ain't
Very
you doing the
solid.
bouncing, it's the people that you want outside the building who are inside the building.
Oh, I have to really put some spin on them. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Does this come with room and board or just the base pay?
Yeah, it does. There's a room, he points south to the door on the other side of the dining hall in there that y'all can use as you see fit. It's a bit cozy, but there are also rooms downstairs if you actually have to pay. We got to rent those out, though. Anyway, there's the handout on running the
Mhm.
place. If the hall's doing badly, you won't receive the 10 gold, but hey, each task you do will help the
Mhm.
hall operate.
Oh,
Hell,
this
you
is a
can even
better.
directly finance stuff.
This is a better business than Starbucks to work for. What the fuck?
Mhm.
Profit sharing?
Well,
you are partners.
it's employee owned, so
I've only heard those words in lore. I mean, if we make more money, I get paid more? That's fucking crazy. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I got a lot of other options on the table, but yes.
Seems like a solid job opportunity. I'm in.
Thorns would just look over at Twitch and just decide on whether he'd be doing it or not based on what he says.
Twitch nods and winks at Soren. All right. It sounds like a opportunity for you to benefit from our expertise.
I think we'll all find it mutually beneficial. I don't know why I'm just dropping this first. Revealing all the area.
Now that we got ownership, we get full access. We get access to the security cameras.
Oh man, private lounge. This was not what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, looking at the jobs that we do running the Gold Goblin, I'll probably be greeting customers, which is a great spot for the crazy cleric.
Yeah,
I assume spot is perception, so I'll probably be doing that.
Let's see.
I
Either
have
bluff
that's
or
on
intimidate,
here
both of
is
those.
diplomacy. Which, granted, I have like a +7 to it, so it's not bad.
Would craft alchemy work for not like murals, but he could do like firework advertisements and things and crazy,
Mm-hmm.
You just make a bunch of sparklers.
sparklers and
Got some good
vision
ideas after seeing the
WrestleMania.
pyrotechnics.
Like
Yeah,
says,
he'd love that.
eye-catching advertisements.
Mhm.
Yep.
Explosions above the building do tend to catch eyes.
Behold, Galarian's first wacky inflatable tube man.
Intimidate is my
Native
best skill.
science.
So I imagine one of you can like spot out the cheaters, and then Zeph can go and look over their shoulder with his giant battle axe and go, "How's the game going, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
You mind rolling up your sleeves for the table?"
That worked.
So at the acceptance, he takes you on the grand.
Mhm.
Y'all are already familiar with the game
Well,
flow.
it looks like we're partners now.
Mhm.
Did he say what shears? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. 6 is him. Are there any other partners, my friend?
Nah, but there's also scant few employees left. Just Hans, Bayar, and Lauren, and Bojask. Yeah, Bojask on Beastmaster. He had a day off. He's in the basement. But, yes, the grand tour. If I can get the fucking shift click to work again. It worked once. Salt.
Just right click to drag around. Yeah, the shift click for some reason stops working now.
Fun.
I swear, 1 step forward, 2 steps back with Roll20.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I
going
use
back
the
up
middle
to
mouse.
the first floor. There's obviously the grand game room where we hold all sorts of contests and events. Up here is our little rentals for evenings and
Are you
hourly
pointing?
rates as well. I'm on the
Are you,
GM
like-
layer. That might be why it's
I was gonna say,
Mhm.
yeah.
that might be why it's working.
There we are.
it goes.
That is why
Ah,
it's not
there
working.
we go.
Mhm.
Up here's the rental rooms. We offer hourly rates as well. I'm sure you gentlemen are acquainted with the bar for the evening.
As far as the rental rooms and the hourly waits, do you have any outside entertainment that's local here that is part of the establishment, or you let them do
All
that
our
on that?
girls just quit tonight. They didn't quite like the excitement of the evening. And none of them were on that particular staff, if you take my meaning.
I do. Are we against that, or would we like to cultivate a group?
I find it
It's all
degrading.
fair in Riddleport, but These 3 rooms here are rooms that are rented out for parties and events for private affairs. You might have noticed we was using them for Golem tonight. God, my accent's going all over the place.
Yeah, it does
Or
that.
I'm still reeling
All
mine
good.
in.
Mhm. We got a fully staffed kitchen back here. And while you're on duty, God damn it, it's not showing the line again. The staff lounge over here.
Do you have a chef still? Because if not, and you're looking for one, the Colonel Sanders down the road left his restaurant a bit ago, and he's looking for it.
Mm-hmm. If you
Chairs
want,
in
you
the
could use
staff
the
lounge.
you could use the employees' quarters here. They are mostly for the employees who can't afford a apartment of their own or have a long shift and wish to take a rest. Various costumes are stored here for themed events. The dining room for upper management, including yourselves. The room that you can share if you wish. My office. My bedroom. Over here are the balconies from which you can watch people playing the games. Keep an eye out for cheetahs
How
and other
out of
large
character?
cats. He
How
rips
far?
the-
How far up is the platform compared to the floor below?
about 15 feet all told.
Okay.
And he leads down to the basement. Here's where we store the wine. This here's Bojack's room. He points to a steel door with a slotted visor in it. Doesn't knock on it at the moment. He's probably sleeping something off. Down the stairs over there leads to where he keeps the beasties. And he leads you back around, up and down again. This over here is the red room. A more
Ooh, it's red.
exclusive. That it is. Down the hall, we have the pit where the fights happen. About once a week, we have a exclusive clientele that come to see a little bit of blood on the sand.
Y'all doing human combatants or beasts or what fights?
Sometimes man versus beast, sometimes beast versus beast. Some of the men might qualify as beast. You can see wandering down there at the moment appears to be a boar with a broken tusk.
A bull with a broken tusk?
Boar.
Oh,
I name him Uno.
what's
how many fights
Uno's
he's gonna
name
be
down
in.
now?
Well, you can call him whatever you want. Bojack calls him Pigsaw. But he is our star attraction at the moment. That is all of the business.
Interesting. He seems rather unremarkable.
Yeah,
He's
one
got
might
something
say
to find out.
boring.
There's a forest not too far from here where they live.
Yeah,
One
it's
could just
boring.
go there to see them.
boring. Just repeating it.
Yes, I got it, Varney. It's boring.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
appreciate
bore.
Yeah. I got
I raise my hand for that high five.
It stays raised.
Roush should meet you. He can appreciate a good pun.
It's just not the same.
Gosh, from across the street over there, from way downtown.
Oh,
That's
were
a
we not
great-
all
That's-
all in the same room exploring?
No, we were, but I was trying to get
Okay.
one from him.
I got you.
I just love the image that Michael put in my head of someone who refuses to leave anyone hanging, and you're
Yeah.
just like walking down the street and you see someone Get it? And you run. You're like, I got you, bro. I got you, bro.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Forgot to introduce Laura. He leads you back towards the cashier's chamber and into the floor manager's office. This here is Lauren Felder, our floor manager. He'll be working with him mostly. He's in charge of a lot of the gaming floor. Dwarf stands, it's a pleasure to meet you. I take it you're our newest hires.
Proved
Partners
ourselves for
now.
experience.
Lauren, partners. Partners.
He kirks an eyebrow, but by now he's heard that the rest of the staff quit, so he doesn't say anything at that.
Yeah, we got the tour of the full place. The fighting pit down there was real boring.
Never go for the stuff.
I'm doing
Rest
this.
with numbers.
So, Lauren, what's the house account at right now?
After the refunds, it'll probably come streaming in tomorrow. Just barely in the black.
Has she ever been profitable?
It comes and goes. They're not exactly the biggest gambling house in the area. And we've got a number of people who don't like us.
Why is that?
He looks over at Saul and then back to you. Well, you don't set up shop here for long without making a few enemies.
Do we know anything of those that tried robbing us today?
While you were up in the office, the Gindarm, the town guard, came and collected them.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing yet. I'm sure we might hear something in the next couple of days, but most likely they were either freelance trying to strike it rich or hired through proxies by anyone intelligent, which amounts to the same, really.
They're a competing gambling house that we should be aware of.
If you just
Oh,
beat the
those
shit out of the
Zencher
ones that we
rats.
got, see what they know.
The Zencher people are the biggest competition. They
Say that
aren't
again?
too fond of. They aren't Zencha, boss Zencha.
Zincha.
Aye, they aren't too fond of.
You
Mr.
did it,
Van
Zencha.
Kaskerken.
Cincher. Okay.
His character is Kaskurgan, the big guy who's walking us around.
Yeah, Saul Van Kaskerken.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Unless you have anything else to show us, I think I better be getting to bed. Sounds like we have a long day tomorrow getting this place back up and running.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Do we just club the guys that we locked in the bathroom?
Oh, I figure we should.
Oh, Barney, the Gendarme already came, my son, and have taken them away to the jail.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't worry, though. We'll point out the ones that you can club tomorrow.
All right.
You did good work. And hey, that new tool you've got with the mushroom on it there, that's the one you're going to want to hit them with, because we don't want to be killing anybody. We just want to be knocking them out and taking them out.
Yeah, but the killing's fun.
That's
get a
true.
bad rep.
It's
You
really
get a-
satisfying.
You get a
That's
bad
true.
rep with the killing, and the property value goes down.
I mean, you
Well,
just kill the
it's-
people that don't like you. It's really simple.
We can do that part on the basement, in that pit, the boring room
Right.
down there. I bet you could get into some fun down there.
Yeah, then we take them down there, and that's where we kill them.
Well, only if they sign up to fight you, and then we make bets on it, and we have you kill them, and we make money.
It sounds like a lot of steps. I prefer just to throw the thing at their head.
We'll tell you when.
No.
Well, I mean, do you like when people throw things at your head?
Are you sure we want this one along? He's strong, but that's it.
Oh my god.
Well, at least he's got something he's good at.
Yeah, it wasn't my decision to make, anyways.
I'm just happy to be here, everybody. I'm making all kinds of new friends today.
Yeah.
Rush just takes another.
Yeah, night's too young. I'm gonna need another round up here. If y'all are going to bed, I'm going back down to that fancy bar.
So it just offers to lead everyone in morning prayers when we wake up in the morning.
Rush would listen and just curious what it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Good, I have one attendant. Anyone else? Silence.
Oh, Twitch stumbles over. He's gotten about an hour and a half of sleep, and he says,
I'm not sure if we're actually asleep right now. I'm just saying, like, when
Yeah.
we wake up.
Yeah.
I
Well,
thought we
at
had fast
least
forwarded through the night.
Zeph,
Okay.
No.
at least Zeph is going up to the beds, putting his pouch of gold pieces under the mattress, and gonna hit the hay.
Smart.
Hey, Michael, just your name in Roll20 to your character name. Because I always have trouble remembering people's names in real life. Don't really need to do that here.
Mm-hmm. That's also why, but no. Never mind.
You've got
Thank
them
you.
under the tokens. Is there a way for me to take my name back down to just Twitch?
Yeah, you can edit the token and all.
Got it. On the sheet.
Yeah, you can do it on the sheet too. Don't know if it'll directly copy. But we'll find out here in a second, won't we? Anyway, yes, it's the next day. Depending on when you get up.
Oh, can I do one thing in the night?
Yeah.
So by the floor plan, it looks like the only bathroom is on the casino floor. So I will go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And is the imp thing still in the cage up there?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So while in the bathroom, out of the line of sight of everyone, it is within range. I am going to cast Detect Evil in that direction to try to get a vibe off it to see if this is a clever imposter or an actual fiend that they have caged up.
It is definitely evil.
Let me see. Look at the spell Detect Evil here. Oh god, the Roll20 version of awful in formatting. Hold on.
While he's looking for that, I should mention to all of you, next week, they're shutting off the power to our house from 9 a.m. till 3, which is an hour before we usually start. It shouldn't interrupt with our game next week, but if you don't hear from me...
We all know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, is this the government?
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
wrong.
good luck.
It's going to take longer.
It's probably going to take longer, but I wanted to warn you guys ahead of time.
They'll show up at 1.
Yeah, 3 rounds. The power, so I assume it's very weak.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to know. That's all I do in the night. Then it's the morning.
Mm-hmm. So most of the next day is angry customers wanting to get their refund and their chips cashed out.
Mm.
Wake up that next day early in the morning.
Right. The reason I wanted, and I completely blanked on it. The reason I wanted to keep the chips tracked separately is Saul also offered to cash you out at 150% of the value of your chips.
Oh, gotcha. So I have 42 silver pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be
63, I believe.
63 silver. Okay.
Basic math, our worst enemy.
Yep. And then that would be 16 gold, 3 silver pieces then?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And whether people
Wait.
like it or not, the next morning Soren wakes everybody up by reciting his morning prayers.
I think am I the only one? Who's all sleeping in there?
Sleeping in there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's.
20.
But yeah, everyone just wakes up and is like, Chapter 1, Verse 1. When the last shadow drinks the light of the last sun, my face shall rise to kiss the world goodbye. In that last moment, the final chapter begins. And it just kind of
I
drones
drank the
on.
last shadow.
And with
I'm
that, Raj is going to get up and
starving.
depart.
Hey, Soren, what do you say we go downstairs and try to rustle us up some breakfast?
One moment, and then he like finishes his like speech he was doing. He's like, yeah, I could eat.
Let's go. Let's see what we can find. And head downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Party on, Zeph.
I am
More
the last to
quiet
go.
time.
I am the last to go downstairs as I make a big show of clinking around trying to find all my stuff to buy time for me to say quick prayers to Iamade and use the ability that makes my alignment register as neutral evil.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you say you're the last down, but maybe you're the last down out of the first four because Twitch is still asleep. He's sleeping one off.
Either that
Twitch is definitely sleeping till noon.
Mhm.
It's the casino life now.
I look out over the food. What is there, Kenneth? I don't know if anyone's in here yet to prepare anything, but see what I can do
There's a
myself.
wide spread of ingredients, but yeah, the staff all quit last night, so it is up to you to cook whatever it is you will cook. But there's stuff to make pretty much any common fare and a few fancier dishes.
Does anyone want those pig strips?
Fried meat sounds good to me.
He would make you some. He would try to make some eggs and bacon now.
Someone just has a loaf of bread that he starts gnawing on.
I guess I will try to cook, which will be a profession.
Mm-hmm.
She'll just be a D20.
I shall aid you.
Wait, you've got profession cook?
I don't. I'm just rolling a D20.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it can't be that hard to make eggs and bacon and
Get a
Pathfinder.
+2 to that, buddy.
16.
Mm-hmm.
You bump the spice rack into it.
Oh no, it's the Krabby Patty secret formula.
Oh, you don't know
good
how
there.
good pepper could make this taste.
Yeah,
These are so
despite,
bland before.
despite strangely not knowing the names of any of the ingredients, you managed to make a palatable meal.
Pass out plates to everybody who's here and chow down. So, what's your guys' story? What brought you out here to Riddleport?
Well, my family tried to kill me, but it didn't go very well for them, so I'm here now.
No, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Oh, that's fine. I'm alive. Good day. Still chewing
Well,
on
that's
his bread.
that's a good way to think about it.
Some pirates dropped me off here after getting me out of a slave ship.
That's also a good day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those slavers gave me this brand. See it right here? Got one on my collarbone that matches it. Yeah.
I have one of those too as he holds up his holy symbol that's been tattooed onto his hand.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah.
my homecoming. I came back home looking for new opportunities, as the last one didn't quite pan out as I had planned.
Got yourself in some trouble, so you had to lay low for a little while then.
You could assume as such, but you'd be wrong.
I don't really know what I'm doing here myself. Didn't have any parents to raise me, only a bunch of monks in robes at the Temple of Saren Ray.
Oh, you were one of them immaculate. You didn't come out of a cooter.
No, Barney, I'm an orphan.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I came to because I was interested in that blot in the sky. I thought it might have been a sign of the end times, but seems just to be up there.
Oh, good. You see that too.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it's not just me that doesn't this season. Everyone seems to be just ignoring it. I thought maybe it was just another one of those wacky visions of mine.
I just thought everyone was really stupid.
That could be true too.
Mm-hmm.
You're a smart man, Varney.
About how long, do we know how long that blot's been there? Like, when did it show up?
Quite a while.
Quite a while.
Although,
Okay.
we'll say that as you guys begin to discuss the blot, you hear loud rattling and clattering from outside.
Oh no, better check that out. And I would go over to the front door,
Yeah, I'll come
I will
with.
join.
peek out.
The frequency and sound of the noise makes you think it's hail as you walk over to the doors to look out. But instead it's very small pieces of porous black rock that are falling from the sky.
I pick one up and examine it a little bit closer.
What's all that noise? I was trying to sleep.
The city's
Um,
getting stoned.
Could I do a knowledge arcana to understand what this material could be that's falling out of the sky?
Yeah.
Any knowledge that I could roll, like religion or something?
Maybe nature. I'm not sure if you have that.
I have Arcana, Engineering, Nature, Planes, and Religion.
I have religion, planes, nobility, history, and
I'll
arcana.
say nature to identify the stone if you want to.
All right. Not bad.
Mm-hmm. Appears to be just normal pumice, but raining down in small skittle-sized chunks.
Dem's rocks.
Cloudy with a chance of a concussion, I guess.
I mean, they're not that
Would,
big. They probably just mildly
Kenneth, could
irritate you.
if I pick one up, could I take it back and take a look at it from an alchemy perspective to see what I think it might be?
Yeah, I think one of us would go and wake you up at this point.
I imagine the hail.
The noise,
the hail.
the noise of the hail clanging off.
Oh,
metal
gotcha.
dome of,
How's this helping your hangover? You'd say with just like,
these are
Is it
not
just
the
like
rocks
when-
I need. You know the rocks I need. They need to be tinkling on the glass right now. Oh, why do I always drink to my height? Ugh.
Look over
What
to
are
Saul
those?
and say, "You got any idea why it'd be raining coal?"
I couldn't rightly say. I wonder if it has something to do with that darn spot up in the sky. Been about a month. Not too much has gone on that would have been like this, though.
if not too much, anything at all, or is this the first indication that something is off beyond the blot?
Yeah, there was that storm surge a couple weeks ago. It really damaged the port. There's been a couple tremors. The first one was quite alarming. Don't think there's ever been earthquakes around here. But
Have
they've
the,
not really
Not
damaged any of
volcanoes.
the buildings.
We ever had volcanoes around here?
Can't say there is, but I'm not a geologist. Maybe ask up at the cipher mages. They probably have a few books on the topic.
Do that.
I don't know about that, boss.
Well-
A goblin told me once that them words on those pages, they steal your soul.
Only if you're a goblin.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When he's dead now.
God rest his
Dry
soul.
reading.
Oh,
Ah,
I
so
don't
I'll give you
figure
one of
anyone
those,
else in this city will know.
Unrelated blacksmithing accident.
So I'll give you one of those bless his heart looks, and it's like, well, if you want to attend to any business, today is probably going to be people seeking refunds from the event, and I'll need to be seeing about hiring more people up.
I say we go talk to those cipher mages. If there's anyone who's going to know it has to do with a blot in the sky and rocks falling from it, it's going to be the people best versed in magic.
So, in your contract, wasn't there a piece about if you left early, you forfeit all your funds?
Unforeseen circumstances, it's bad for business, and it was only half. But-
I got a great idea, boss. Okay, hear me out on this one. When they come in for the refunds, say we give them the refunds, but if they win a game of cards, they get double the amount, but if they lose, they get nothing.
That's a great idea right there.
We could market that.
We'll see about it. But at the moment, we don't have any croupiers or dealers. Unless any of you's good with cards.
Out of character, what do you have to do to be good with cards?
Could that be
Last hand, probably.
Russian gambler, bluff, or any of the things in the
Sleight of hand? Yeah.
Goblin thing, yeah.
We're all pretty good. I think we could break down the table or two, and
I could certainly facilitate a gambling game. Won't be my first time doing so.
Soren's going to be the door greeter. Because that's just funny to me.
look to the skies, the end of times. Come in and gamble your life away. That works for me.
Time's
I'm
ticking. The world's going to end eventually. Come and have your fun while you can.
You literally have
can't take
nothing to
it with you.
lose.
I'm going to go check in with those cipher mages and see if they know anything about this blot and the rocks
come with
falling
you.
from it.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll come with you. Like, this is his bread and butter, so.
Well, I guess I can call folks in, try and get some business going if you two are going to open the table. Wait, now we're down to just Raj.
Well, I think that today is going to be like closing day. We're funding money. We're not really opening the place today.
I really think if Raj runs the table, Varney's idea was fantastic. Varney, you are a scholar and a gentleman.
Thank you.
That's
sure
right. It's a compliment. You can take it.
Got it.
Raj would go over to Twitch. I suppose it's time for us to drum up some new business. What do you think?
I've got a couple of plans already scheming around. But I really do like Barney's idea here of you come back, you get your refund, and then you get the chance of double or nothing. These degenerates are going to fall all over that.
I could certainly run a table for that time.
Out of character for running a casino, that's an absolutely terrible idea because it literally is actual chance rather than the house always skimming off the top.
Yeah. But you get them
it's
playing.
actual gambling, the last thing that any casino wants.
Yeah.
Right, but they double their money and then we get them gambling again.
So if you're heading to the Cipher Mages, they are up here in number 8, the Cipher
Yep.
Lodge.
Nope, it's going to take a while for us to... Is there a ferry or something we can take across?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
but it will still take a while. So it'd be about midday by the time you get there. It's a grand structure of snow placed on a lonely crag nestled at the very slope of the mountain, and provides a panoramic view of both the Gulf and the city. More importantly, its three wings look directly out over the Cipher Gate, which is the big arch-looking thing there. Uh, the receptionist at the entrance isn't particularly pleased to see you, as you don't look to be the studious sort.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do for you gentlemen today?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't know if we were supposed to make an appointment or something, but we were just, with the rocks falling out of the sky and everything, we thought maybe you folks would know a thing or two about what's going on in this city.
Well, quite a few people have come to investigate the blot. Second, let me find the damn thing again. We unfortunately don't know very much about it. It's been there for a month, moved something of a figure eight over the city, in line with the tides. But our organization primarily researches the Cipher Gate. There was one of our number who first noticed it, an amateur stargazer and cipher mage by the name of Argentus Blakely. Therefore, it's officially known as Blakely's Shadow, but everyone simply calls it the Blot. He did manage to fly up there and investigate it about a week after it appeared. He said that the interior was strangely cold, no different than a cloud, other than being its unusual dark purple. Mr. Blakely,
haven't-
however, left town recently to Magnamar, and then on to Corvosa. He hoped that their libraries would have more information.
Zeph will say, interesting. This does seem like something out of prophecy and legend. Have your people accessed any religious texts or spiritual writings that might foretell of something like this?
Not familiar with any of them.
Do you have, I assume, is this a library in here? Would I be able to access that?
Quick look crosses his face as that of a man whose morning has just been entirely derailed by an unexpected asshole. Before he regains composure and says, "Yes, right this way."
All right. I would follow him through the library, and then I would give him 10 gold and say, promise everything will be exactly where we left it. And you can consider this a donation to your pursuits here in Riddleport.
He gives you a slight bow. Thank you very much for your charity towards the organization. We are always in need of fun. And he goes off to another desk a respectful distance away to make sure you don't accidentally burn the library down by reading.
Yep.
Those gears turn hot.
And then I would just spend the rest of the day reading through the best things, starting with ages of darkness and searching for blots in the sky, rocks falling, prophecy, and primarily in probably archaic religious texts.
Meanwhile, Soren is trying to find someone to commission Rocks Fall, Everyone Dies t-shirts.
Oh my gosh, is that going to be the conclusion of this campaign?
Just a big rock kills the city.
All right. So I don't know if there's something you want me to roll or.
Nah, I'll give you a few things.
All right.
You don't
Thank
find any particular prophecies in the knowledge vaults.
Mm-hmm.
You do find quite a few notes left by Mr. Blakely. Apparently, it hangs about 20 feet in the air, and when approached, is about 250 feet long and 130 feet wide, so quite a large cloud. As the greeter told you, it appears to move erratically, but follows a sort of orbit north to south, following the tides. Birds avoid the airspace around the blot. It doesn't seem to have any effect on the wind.
Okay.
Few of the more postulative notes from Mr. Blakely believe that it might be a convergence of arcane energies. He has not proven the hypothesis in his notes, but he did try to run several experiments to test its validity, these possibly being what sent him off to Magnamar and onward.
Interesting. Share that with if Soren's here. I imagine we're looking through this together.
Yeah, he would be learning this with you. Sorry, I was like muted for a while and I just hadn't said anything.
But as we leave, Zeph forgets to put the notes back where he found them.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, over the course of the day, back at the Gold Goblin, quite a few people come and go. But in particular, four rather belligerent drunks try to accost Saul. They're demanding a refund, and even when offered one, don't seem to be taking it. So they're a little tipsy and wanting to fight.
Okay, so these ones I kill. I say very publicly and loudly.
Not kill. Remember, using the bag with the mushroom on it.
They look over. A couple of them look over to you like, we can take you. You big bush. He's green, isn't he?
Greenish brown, yeah.
Yeah, he was like whispering to his friend, like, "Is that bush talking?"
I don't know, Twitch. I don't think this bag's gonna throw too good.
Zeph and Soren walking back in. Okay, guys, I think we found a little. Oh, we having a face
Kill
off.
these guys.
Which pushes a small chair over towards Varney.
Get him.
Rash will look at him.
Let's see. Remove. Clear. Yep.
Hey, that's a good initiative.
Mm-hmm.
That is not.
Don't worry, they're only marginally better.
My initiative was natural 20 last time and a natural 1 this time. I'm all over the place.
Okay.
So most of them put up their dukes. One is facing entirely the wrong way. And Saul is scuttering back to his office. Zeph, You
All
just got here, and apparently you're itching for the fight as well.
So, charge is a +2 to attack, -2 to AC, right?
Mhm.
All right. Charging that first one as I hear them say that we're fighting. The rules are rules.
Rolls are rolls. If we don't have no rules, we don't get no rolls.
I'd say I
Now
didn't
you're
hear no
getting
bell, but I just heard a
consequences.
buzzer.
All right, this would be net +1 because I'm doing power attack. So, 1 like that. Wha-bam! Oh, come on.
They have terrible AC, but not that bad. So, move and attack. So now it's Varney.
Mhm. Hold on. Just got to get my ranges right. Yeah. Here comes the club. Club. Always with the
Mhm.
5.
It is enough to knock him down, though, as he is out.
Draw another club and brace my shield. End of my turn. I'm very Casey Jones with this bag of clubs on my back.
yeah, loving it.
All right, because I want to try one with this character. He's going to step over or 5-foot step, pull a pistol, and take a shot and say, fellas, we're on to new management over here. The old way won't go. And he's going to use his pistol alchemical ordnance to
Light the
fire.
peasant up.
No, 13.
Okay.
Is a 13 hit?
Yes. Yes, 13
Oh, yeah,
hits. Like I
first
said,
touch
they have
anyway.
terrible AC.
Yeah.
And touch is only a 10. So,
Yeah.
so which one are you lighting up?
This fella in the back.
Number 2 in the back? 'Cause I do believe he might be outright dead. No, he's hanging on by a thread. -8 of possible -12.
Bang!
Mm-hmm.
I like, no, don't hit them too hard.
He pulls out gun.
That is the weirdest wand I've ever seen.
Also, the comparison of the very low tech solution, I throw big stick, and the very high tech solution of I use firearm.
Mm-hmm. Raj,
Raj
you've
would
witnessed
stride up a few and
probably total 1.5 murders now.
yeah, and look at these guys and look at probably this one specifically and say, 2 of your friends are already down, and this is not looking good for you. I suggest you depart now while you can. Use an intimidate to demoralize. They probably have some
Mhm.
little debuffs and stuff like that for being drunk. We'll find out.
Mhm.
And I think that'll be my action. My turn.
It's the default DC on Intimidate.
10 plus hit dice plus wisdom modifier.
So maybe.
So yeah, that will work. They see 1/2, 1 hit dice. So yeah, they're both quite shaken by
I
the
think it's
demise of
just
their
the one
friends and
unless.
the man threatening them with further violence.
I think in combat you can only intimidate one person.
Yes, but morale.
Yes. I see.
So they're like, fine, we'll leave. And then they'll wait for you to give them room to go. Soren, do one
They
more
seem
round
to
of
be
track
not
with
interested.
them to do
So
anything.
he's just gonna step aside and let them leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just back up with another intimidate and say, get stepping.
Mm-hmm.
And don't come back.
No more, no more, no more, no more.
Barney, the chair
gonna-
calls to you.
I'm gonna move over here, so I am flanking with Zev, and then I'm going
I think it's
to.
only
Hold on, I need to
flanking if
point
I'm
blank.
in combat with them, but
Cool.
Kenneth ruling.
Sap, non-lethal.
Yeah, that one's unconscious now, too.
Bam. Got one. That's two. Yeah.
Sorry,
Pull
you
the
don't know how to
dagger.
count.
Who wants a finger?
The last one of you might want to run before he gets catching you.
Mm-hmm. Twitch.
Which I use the thing.
Mushroom.
You've just
That's
witnessed
the
the first
mushroom
one
power
off
there,
the-
Barney. Very good job. Very good job, sir.
Yeah. Just
Walk over
witnessed the first
here.
Geneva Cat checklist for this campaign.
There's no way you're just gonna shoot this guy in the head, right?
No, he just said he's stepping aside. Raj, I
Mm.
assume you're doing nothing else.
He was
Yeah,
going to
I'll-
come over here and do a heal on. Well, I don't
Just
have
the guy
the.
that he shot.
Yeah, I don't want him to die. We can keep him alive.
You shot him in the head.
No, I didn't. Now, see, that's the clavicle. That is not the head. That is the
I
right shoulder
explicitly
clavicle.
shot that man in the dick.
Yeah. Raj
Got
would just
Sniper
stand
Elite
aside
rescue
and just
cam and everything.
glare at the guy as he assume walks by.
Oh, he's hightailing it.
Yep.
Stumbles a little bit on the stairs, but doesn't fall.
Tell your friends we are a great establishment.
Pour the potion in the almost dead guy that I shot.
Mm.
Yep,
Mhm.
drag them all outside and then make sure they don't die.
Hey, Soren, do you have, or out of character, do you have stabilize cantrip? Or
I don't think I do.
I got you.
I am the very healy cleric, okay?
No, that's fair. I was just
I have
curious.
guidance, detect magic, and create water.
That's fair. Like I said, I was just curious for our own survival.
Technically speaking, as a cantrips you can't rearrange. I was about to say rearrange their spells after each rest, but
I mean, to be fair, at this point, I don't think anyone besides Varney has even seen him do anything magical. They just think he's a crazy guy at this point. He has yet to cast a spell. He channeled, but nobody saw it except for Varney.
I mean that's true, but at the same time,
Well, I
like
believe
clerics
he's a
are a
crazy
thing in this
cleric.
world, so there is
No.
some degree of taking.
But at this point, it's one of those things that like, there are
This might just
clerics,
be a
but
homeless
who's
guy
point
walking
yet?
on the
Because
street.
I would
Drinking
imagine
madness
that in the
versus-
Pathfinder world, unpowered religious nutcases outnumber clerics 100 to 1.
Mhm.
Well, it could be true. Or the reverse.
We got him, boss.
Mhm.
And not gonna be a
Alright.
problem anymore.
Yeah. I will have to set up a no weapons policy for the guests, obviously. As staff, you're still quite entitled to whatever means to defend yourself you choose.
Oh shit, those guys had weapons.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, I saw one of them was carrying a dagger, the other had a halberd, and the other had a battle axe.
Fuck yeah, probable
The
cause.
one who shot at me was using a longbow.
Speaking of which, let's grab these guys' weapons and throw them into the wheelbarrow. I'll go out and sell them tonight.
Mm.
They just had clubs.
Yep.
I thought they were barehanded.
That night before
Yeah,
bed, I'm going down the
yeah.
streets going, daggers here, got daggers, barely used daggers, freshly sharpened daggers.
It's a little
Daggers
big
with
to be
chips.
daggers. His short swords each
Oh,
had one, so 3 of them.
ooh, fancy.
Mhm. They were sailors.
Oh, that was
I guess
Steve,
still
Paul, and
is,
Robbie.
considering you didn't actually kill them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
About
totally
an
took
hour
their
later,
stuff,
the
so.
Gendam round them up and take them back to their ship after a little bit of medical treatment.
Well,
I
I'm
guess
sure
so.
that's the first of many drunks we're going to be kicking out.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes,
guess
sir.
with Varney handling him the way he is, might not last too long.
Well, I'm going to go see how much of this junk we can offload. And I'll wheel it out.
Wait, what'd you find out about that?
Oh, it's
Just
not.
make
It's
that the-
nothing important. We can talk about it when I get back.
Well, the rest of the day
Mhm.
is as the day closes out, Saul has managed to hire enough staff to reopen tomorrow. And the rest of the week goes fairly smoothly if you want to make your rolls try to influence.
Yeah. Natural 20 on my spot for cheaters.
Damn.
Yeah, I was gonna try to get them to come by the gold goblin. I think
Mhm.
it's they're spending time convincing citizens to stop by.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sucks.
Wait, no, I said I was gonna be a
I-
door greeter, so mine's the DC 15 one. It doesn't really matter. I would have passed either way, but I did say I was gonna be greeting the customers at the gold goblin.
Can I do a sleight of hand as the dealer instead of profession gambler, or is it specifically profession gambler?
I will let you use sleight of hand to be a dealer. I will warn you, a natural 1 will cause problems.
Gotcha.
Do it. Do
I
it.
think
There's
I'll
no
first.
straight house.
Yeah. I think for now I'm gonna start using bluff to try control citizens to visit.
Yeah, inform them that we have the facilities for prostitutes, but neglect to
There you
inform that there is no prostitutes currently being hired.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I gotta tell y'all, I didn't make my craft alchemy check for advertising, so that the explosions, fellas, everyone in the crowd out here in the street, please know that the explosions that happened today were in no way related to the gambling casino behind me, and y'all should all seek shelter in there and feel free to have a drink and
I swear this
spend
never
your time.
happens. The explosions are just camera shy.
That very large fire there in the middle of the street was no way related to us, and everyone should move inside.
It's in no way related to the casino of my employment or the apocalyptic hailstones raining from the.
You would need to speak to my friend Soren about those hailstones, and of course, he's inside. So please, everyone, go inside.
The prophets of the fire lie. As he just begins a whole sermon whenever people ask him about the things in the sky.
Still can't tell if we're great hires or terrible hires, because we have done the jobs. Most of us succeeded those roles, even.
I mean,
if
if it was
you've
anywhere
seen
else
any-
but Riddleport.
Yep, if you've seen any casino or Vegas movie, we're right on par.
Mm-hmm. I think that just leaves us F for whatever he's going to do, if anything.
Mm.
And he's muted.
Sorry about that. For the rest of the night, I don't know if I was muted when I said it, but I'm going to try and liquidate those like daggards we don't need, leather armor.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
this is the weekly action.
Yeah,
weekly action.
the weekly
Gotcha.
running the Golden Goblin
I'll just
thing.
do the intimidate then. Gotcha. I didn't realize that was how that worked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, intimidate.
Hey.
So same plan as I said before, probably either Twitch or Raj or maybe even Soren points out, think that guy's cheating. And then I go over there and
I like the idea of Varney
Give him a
using
third
his
degree.
perception and Zeph using his intimidate. You two working together because I could see those both as the two bouncers.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah, I like it.
They don't need all those fingers, do they?
They need him to play the games.
Yeah.
They's cheating. So, when we throw them out, just take a quick bite. One for the
Don't
road.
look at the guy who's cheating and say, though I did see a guy come in here rolling the dice with his feet because he had no arms. I think you might be on to something, Varney. I'm sure that shakes him up enough to scare him straight.
Well, if
I
you
wonder
start
how
with
many
the
whacks
pinkies,
from
they
the
could
mushroom
still play.
sticks it takes to have one of them pop off.
Jesus.
I'm just saying, with what's the stuff that Varney says, if you cast detect alignment, you'd be like, yeah, that tracks.
Yep.
Yeah, the week runs relatively smoothly. A few minor hiccups here and there. When payday rolls round, Saul's looking a little glum. Yeah, you did good, lads. The people weren't quite here. We did manage to please, but we're going to have to take a little pay cut this week. So, he hands each of you a small stack of 8 gold. Well, fortune favors us for next week.
Can I sense motive this guy? Is he being truthful or is he scared?
Go ahead.
So that will be a 18.
Seems to be being truthful.
Okay.
I think Zeph will look at his 8 gold, and then he will give 2 gold pieces to everyone in the party, so they make the normal pay.
Much obliged.
Zeph, he would just probably hand it back to Zeph. He's like, I don't need much money. I'm fine.
Much
Zeph,
appreciated,
you, Zeph, are a gentleman, but Soren, let me hold that for you to keep with your other fun.
Yeah, you just hand it to Twitch. He's like, okay, here you go.
So we are going to, of course, establish that Twitch and Micken are somehow distantly related.
Absolutely.
From the same clutch.
Yeah,
Or whatever they call
siblings.
Yeah, whatever they're
Like
from the
63
same.
generations.
It's not hive or whatever they call a
It's
nest
brood.
of rats. A brood.
Mm.
100%.
All right,
Although
Soren, I'm
Twitch
tracking your
is
gold.
slightly nicer.
Yeah.
It's like
Counting your
there's like
gold at
10 of them
39
though,
gold
so they don't
pieces
even
now.
know each other's names.
Yep.
I was just going to record it on my sheet, but for all intents and purposes, you have my gold.
Okay.
So that way we can keep it separate just in case.
Yep.
It's just going to be easier for bookkeeping that way.
That's fine.
But yeah, Soren does not carry his own money, so that's going to be a thing that happens in the future.
Well, there's no point in being discouraged by the lower pay. I figure everyone will work harder if we start getting our paychecks on time.
That's the spirit. And, we did have to do a lot of reconstruction and rehiring of help.
Probably cleaning that chest.
Mm-hmm.
It's just origami back into the shape of the chest. It's still made of cloth.
Wenkrag.
I'm gonna call it a little early.
All right.
That works.
Yeah, that was a good session. I like that.
Yep.
I was really frustrated with the blindness in the beginning. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But we still made do. It was one of those things of, oh, wow, these guys really pulled off a solid heist.
I mean, we say that, but they didn't really get away with much because we kind of beat the shit out of them.
We almost half of them made it out, and it was just that one round where we're like, no, fuck it, we'll step up.
Fortunately, I could do 16 damage in one hit, so I could just knock them the fuck out right away.
Yeah.
I was really hoping to get a really high roll on my channel, and then just a bunch of civilians just drop dead in the middle of the casino.
Right.
Mhm.
I have
Average
a
age commoner's
different
form.
opinion of it. I think they did a terrible heist. They had completely blinded the entire casino and had a clear chance to take the chest and run away. And they all just started running away and getting away instead of staying and making sure they got it.
Mhm.
Yeah, they probably should have covered the
Otherwise-
wizard more.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
They're like, hey, all right, let's get out of here.
To be honest,
Wizard
they
behind
probably.
enemy
Who
lines.
knows?
Don't mind if I do.
I would bet they were promised a small percentage of what was in the chest, but probably mostly what they could seal themselves. Would be my
True.
thought.
Grabbing stuff off the tables and getting the hell out of there.
Because remember, they were going from table to table, telling people to empty their pockets.
Mhm.
So they at least got away with that money. Those that did,
However much they could gather in 12 seconds.
yeah.
Because they didn't get
It
clubbed.
was a smash and grab, basically.
Mm.
Some of them did get welcome to the club.
Hey,
I
Vaughn, you
just-
want to go clubbing?
Yeah. I just love the mental image of them running down those steps, and I just like from downtown. One guy.
Especially, the camera's like from over your shoulder, and they're like, you see that in the horizon.
Yeah, and that
All right.
clearly
We got-
anchored wave. It's just
Mhm.
spinning there like an inch in front of the camera as it follows it
Mhm.
along the track.
But do we want to stop the recording?
But yeah, next. I'm still